to go live, son.
What is up, boys?
We are live, folks. Wow. Everyone's getting comfortable. Everyone's getting ready. We got a game 7 on our hands. I don't know what Keith's doing. There he is.
Hey.
Maybe the biggest lock of a game 7 pre-series that we ever had. Everyone knew this was going 7. Everyone knew Dallas and Colorado were so evenly matched. Now, had Dallas had Robertson and Heiskanen, are we even in game 7? Who knows? But it doesn't matter, right? That's an if. That's a big but. Because right now, we are ready for what I hope to be an all-time first-round game 7. And also, as I was with people today, they mentioned, can't both these teams win the Stanley Cup? I said, yeah, and it's the first round. That's what happens when you get the format we have that I don't complain about anymore. I've changed my ways. This is what we get. We get big-time first-round series, and this is the number 1. So I'd love to hear everyone's picks. We know Murr based on the jersey.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the Derby, Saturday Derby night fedora I have on. I did not win the Derby, but I won the race before. Did you guys see the name on it?
No. Oh, Spirit of St. Louis?
Spirit of St. Louis. Unbelievable. Yes. Race before the Derby, the game they put on last night. Game 7 tomorrow. Frozen 4 was in St. Louis.
We got the Spirit of Pink Whitney. That's with us tonight. So I had a little Pink Whitney earlier. I'm going to have a little wine this evening, but it's Pink Whitney. That's why we're here. We bring it up every show, and it's Kraken. It's the Kraken. Not the Seattle Kraken, Kraken. And Murr's going to get into them a little bit later, but that's why we're here. Pink Whitney and Kraken. Take your shot with Pink Whitney. Invest with Kraken. Trade your cryptocurrencies. Go to kraken.com/chiclets and see what crypto can be for you. Biz, what do you think?
What's up?
What do you got, buddy?
I just pumped the stream. That was the one. It looks like maybe we everybody pumped the stream. You know what? It's a shame that one of these teams is going to go home tonight. Like, it sucks. Agreed with you though, Whit. Like, well, everybody's kind of going crazy about hockey in the first few rounds. It's nice to actually have like not blow up matchups. So it keeps us in the mix. Like, these are two juggernauts going at it. As far as who I'm leaning towards, like, I'm leaning towards Colorado. I'm assuming they're going to bring the same games we saw in games 4 and game 6 to them, like back to Dallas, excuse me. I can't see them laying an egg. Blackwood has to be big in the first period.
He has to be big all night. I agree with you, though. They're going to come humming.
They're so much better with the lead. Last time they were in that building, he gave up that brutal goal 9 seconds in. Can't be having that.
No. Keith.
Wait, Biz, I thought you thought playoffs were over with the Leafs winning the cup last round.
Well, you know,
they are. This is just preseason for next year. He doesn't know it starts early now.
The relegation round.
It's the relegation round, brother. Hey, so do we have to? Yeah, let me repump that stream there. Pump the stream. Pump the stream.
So,
what were you gonna say, Woody? Sorry,
I was gonna say, maybe a guy from each side that you're like could be an unsung hero, could be a big dog that you think's gonna show up. Because I got 2 in my mind. I'm wondering if one of them or both of them are who you say.
I think tonight we're going to see if Mikko Rantanen is the real deal Diana Steele. What he did last game was insane. 4 points, 1 period against his old team, you know, kind of showing who he is, showing that team like, hey, you guys traded me, you're going to miss me. But I think he's going to have a monster game. And I also got Evgeny Dadonov, as you guys like to call
your
him
guy.
now. I played with him in Florida. Still say to this day, the best bumper guy I ever played with. The guy in the middle is so good at relieving pressure, but I think he gets a big one tonight. I hope Mason Marchment stays out of the box. I hope Colin Blackwell stops scoring on his own goalie and go Dallas. Go.
No, that's more on Steele. That was on Steele. Shot it off. Steele, I blame Steele for that one. Steele was the one that's like, oh, I mean, it's neither one of their faults, but Biz, do you want to hear my guy for Colorado?
Yeah, I'm interested. I would assume.
I don't think you'll guess it.
My guess would be that you say Sammy Girard.
No. So it was actually in my mix. I think of Game 7. I think of dirty goals. I think of unsung heroes. I think of Jack Drury. I think of a guy. I think of a guy who on, I'm going to say 20 to 25 NHL teams is not a fourth line center, but on Colorado he is. In Carolina he was good. Since he's come over, he's been good. I don't know. I'm having a Jack Drury vibe. Maybe anytime goal score, it's got to be at least plus 400 or 500.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I don't know if he's even offered on here.
He's kind of like a pickup. He's kind of like a Nico Sturm pickup for what do you call it, for Florida? Is it Nico?
But more skill. He's very skilled.
Yeah, but like just one of those guys where like you think of Natchez, but you kind of forget that he was thrown in the mix.
Yes.
No, that's a great pick, Wed. I like that a lot.
Because you guys know, going back in time, Game 7, I mean, dude, Stephane Matteau, 94 against the Devils. I mean, it's just like there's always a guy you don't think of.
Mike Rupp,
dude, exactly. I know.
Mike Rupp was playing for Albany most of that season, gets thrown up into the playoffs, 2 goals in Game 7. Legend. Great guy as well. Plus 750 on Drury, Wit. But I'm going to tell you my guy. I talked about it on Pick Central. It's Brock Nelson, plus 390 to get a goal. Same type of vibe as you. People forget that he was in these big trades. He was probably one of the number 1 targets. Top 5 targets, maybe at trade deadline.
I think for a while. I think after Rantanen figured everything out, he was the number 1.
Yeah. So, and he's got the experience, those Islander playoff runs. So Brock Nelson's my guy, unsung hero.
So since we're on the topic of you mentioned Drury, fourth line. How about that fourth line for the St. Louis Blues last game? Game 6. Dude, they had 3 goals.
This Nathan Walker, man, he is a motherfucker to play.
Korpachenko too, man. Those guys on the forecheck, they're hitting hurt, man. They're hitting hurt.
Monty has turned into basically like a comedic act, like him doing the dive, doing the dive signal last night. I mean, I don't think it was a dive at all. Was it Samberg? No, who got speared?
No, I felt that it was a bit of a dive. Walker got the penalty.
On the bench, dude, he was dying on the bench.
I think you need to give him the Academy Award. Like legit, Walker, like the stick moved from a spear like about that much. Like, come on.
I know, but maybe it's having little kids. Like they can hit you softly in the right spot, man. And it can hurt. And I think another thing we can mention, all of us, whether it was the AHL or the NHL, had chance. Murr was a Game 7 hero to win the Eastern Conference in the AHL. He ran off the ice after we beat the Hartford Wolfpack to move on to the Calder Cup Finals.
Another one of my original ideas is that Matthew Tkachuk stole from me.
I was just going to say.
The ice.
But Murray, you didn't realize it was an elimination game.
Yeah, but hey, shake hands. I did the original walk-off. That's
timeout. He ran off the ice forgetting it was an elimination game and had to come back.
It was Game 7. We had to come back and shake hands.
Biz, no, it's better. The goalie was sitting there. There wasn't enough room on the bench, so our backup goalie was sitting in the hallway. So when I ran off, he grabs me and pulls me back on the ice.
You did the original.
Original.
But I was going to say,
I tried to tell Jans he was a scumbag. He's fucking stealing Merle's.
No, Tkachuk stole it from him. Murr has lawsuits coming out to everyone soon. That's what's going to pay for his house that he's building.
Yeah.
Who's got a longer tenure doing the anthem than Selena Ray?
Oh, she's a stunner.
That's off. Take the hat.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Hey, we might have a sighting behind the bench tonight, boys.
Who?
I caught wind from the
well, you guys want to talk about your AHL days. I had an assist in a Game 7 New York Rangers versus Washington Capitals overtime. That was pretty fun. But
Keith, I was at that game.
I know you were.
I was at that game. I also, Keith, not to be that guy, I had an assist in a Game 7 as well. My only NHL Game 7. We lost the game. Anaheim, Detroit, 2009. To move on to the Western Conference Final. Danny Cleary with 1 minute left in Joe Louis Arena, bang home the winner. Unbelievable series. It was when Ryan Getzlaf was, I think, the best player in hockey. He played 28 minutes a game against San Jose President's Trophy winners. We beat them in 6. Then we go to Detroit, averaged 28 minutes for the 2 rounds, and I think in 13 games had 21 points. It was, and he fought Joe Thornton in the San Jose
I was
series.
going to ask that was a wow. So if you guys advanced there, he was well on his way to winning.
Well, what's crazy is that was basically kind of to go to the Cup final, because I shouldn't say that. Dallas in the West Conference final, Detroit whooped them, but then we could have played Pittsburgh. I could have played the Pens when they got their first Cup. I mean, I'm now moving forward two rounds, but
it's like Rantanen's revenge, right? You would have had your revenge on the Penguins for fucking.
Kunitz might not be Kunitz had we beaten Detroit.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens off the start here. I mean, Colorado just got a great chance. Who was that? Landeskog?
Boys, do you guys mind if I ask what time you're at right now?
Yeah, I just dropped pucks.
23.
I'm you guys.
Do you want me to pause? I'm 1926 right now.
I'm 23.
1923.
Face off.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
They're showing the replay.
So you can't catch up because these guys are on TV.
All right.
Hey, that's a great job. Was that Labushkin tying up the stick in front? Like the guy would have had a good second crack
What
at
a
it.
pass over there.
Just let me know ahead of time if Lehkonen gets a shot or not, because I want to double check. I'm on the shot counters tonight.
Okay. I've never noticed more than this playoff than them they're taking shots away. It seems like 2-3 times a period, a team will have 10 shots. You look back, they got 9. Like they're sticklers with that.
Let me tell you guys a little nugget. I meant to bring this up on Chiclets, but now the viewers are going to get this little nugget today on this. So I've been at the forefront of this for the gambling purposes, and I'm always thinking about the guys, the forwards, the shots, but we don't think about the goalies. They make their money with the saves. So if the guy's not getting the shots, he's not getting the saves. There's a goalie confirmed, one goalie in the NHL right now that has hired a shot counter. He's hired a guy to keep the shots of him every game.
Is it Hellebuck?
It is not. No. You need somebody to count the goals. There's so many of them, but he's counting, and on average, they're missing 4 saves a night on him during this season.
That'll cost you, like, it sounds crazy, $1 million.
That's contracts, like save percentage, all that.
We got a penalty coming here, boys.
Oh, early power play for Dallas.
Dallas is going to go on an early power play. Wow. This is going to be
Or are they? They might score before.
No, they're snapping it around right here, guys. Wyatt Johnson in the bumper, silky.
Hey, there ain't nothing better than getting the 6-on-5.
I know. Biz, if you ever get a minute out of this.
You know.
Because sometimes he'd be on the ice skate. That would be his chance.
You guys were all telling your Game 7 stories. I was sitting over here like, I don't have one.
Game 7 against the Brampton Battalion.
Game 7-on-1.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, boys. I think that if the Dallas Stars win, would you be? I know it sounds crazy because it's Game 7, but I think Heskinen's like right there. Maybe it wouldn't be Game 1, but I saw clips in practice of him defending a guy in the corner. He's cutting back and forth. Like, it's got to be pretty soon for him.
Yeah, I expected him in this series when I saw him skate.
Last game, he like the 6-on-5. I mean, Harley's a nice player, but like you have Heiskanen up there, it is a completely different ball game, right? Like a guy that is knows what he's doing.
Harley's going to score now, by the way, for sure.
Yeah,
or it wasn't working. First hat change of the night. I can't be down a man early.
What do you guys think of the green lights in the stairwells at the American?
It's pissing everybody off.
I don't know. I don't like hate it, but it's just kind of like it's a little loud.
A lot of tweets about them.
Oh. Get in.
They figured we don't got Glassbanger, so what's the next most annoying thing?
Man, you think Glassbanger gets to watch this in jail?
Yeah, that's the 3 hours he gets.
How about the little graphic
he bangs on the cell?
Yeah, it's the only time he gets out of solitary confinement.
Just for the games. How about the Pink Whitney power play graphic down there? That's as bright as those green lights. I like that.
Yeah, that's classy.
Oh, geez, I had
great
the game
job.
on my screen.
Great job, Fishy.
Take a shot. Take your shot, Pink Whitney.
And for any of those of you watching who are at home and, maybe you're feeling a little tight, put your leg up on the couch, get a quad stretch, do a little breathing with me. We're going to do this. Good use of your time.
A lot of people are joining you.
Yeah. Saturday night, people are just having a time. They're like, hold on, let's stop the party and stretch with Biz.
Oh, well. I'm sure there's a few of you out there who like your peace and quiet and you're not in party mode anymore and you just want a little bit of range of motion. Maybe you're like Merle's and you're building your own house and your lower back's a little tight and you got to get the hips moving.
Concrete goes in Tuesday, boys.
Are you going to be pouring that in?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably grab a shovel, some new work boots, get right in there. Fuck it.
Merles, are you learning a lot about the process, or were you already aware of like what it took to build a home?
No, I know nothing. I come over those guys and I'm like, guys, I know nothing. I played hockey for 19 years. I know nothing. Like I learned how to put up a construction fence. That was
like, hey man, like we'd love to just keep drinking with you. You keep bringing over 6-packs, but like we got to get some work done here.
Murr's like, did you see last night? Lehkonen, he had 3 shots. They took one away late. The guy's like, dude, I'm from Mexico.
No, dude, like these guys want to talk. So my dad's yelling at me. He's like, stop talking to them. They don't want to work. They want to just talk.
Yeah, because he wants you out of the house.
Yeah, mi no comprende. Mira, football.
Oh, I got a shout out. No, I Fane Construction, Warren Fane, Troy, New York, big excavation guys. They're there. They're the best in the business around here. So.
Yeah, right, Merles. You picked them up at the Home Depot.
Everything's on the up and up here.
You got him at Lowe's. Relax. You know what happened.
Get in the car, boys.
You're like, I'll get.
Biz, was Labushkin good for the Leafs?
Oh, there's a
severe
severe weather warning.
The Leafs just booed him out of town like they do every player.
Hey, you asked me that, and legit, a severe weather warning. It came on my television. The game blacked out. What did you ask me? You asked me something about the Leafs?
How was Labushkin on the Leafs? He's pretty solid, man.
Oh yeah, the big Russian bear. Well, he was in Arizona, right? That's where he started. Talk really liked him. Like he was a great 6. Like he closes off forwards, allows the centerman to come in and grab the puck. Like he's a good cycle buster, good at battling and protecting his net front. I would say his puck skills definitely improved since he came over, but I think you don't want him lugging the mail. Let's just put it that way, right? You want him keeping it kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Glassing out.
I think he was -4 last game, right? Or maybe 5.
Was he? Okay, well. Like I think he's a 6 to 7 on a Stanley Cup winning team. Like I would put him and he's a good guy in the locker room. Like, Russian guys, you never know, right? It's hit or miss, but it seems like he's fitting great everywhere he's went, like just a hard worker. And kind of like a Luke Shen.
So guys, I look at this game and it's a 2 cup contenders, and no matter what, they face Winnipeg or St. Louis, depending on tomorrow night. But I look at the Oilers, man. If they beat Vegas, they can beat either one of these teams. Are you kidding me?
Plus, they'll be beaten down.
Oil can win the cup.
Yeah, I believe it. I really do. Now, if Ekholm comes back, then we're like cooking with gas. Oh, Netjes.
Ekholm would have to come back. You guys would have to get Pickard playing out of his mind. Like, I don't even know if he's still the goalie by that time. Like,
if the Oilers are lucky enough to play, say they go 7, 6, 7, 20 more games. There could be 10 starts for Pickard and 10 for Skinner.
Yeah.
Like, it's a complete crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot.
Has that won before? I don't think so.
What's the timeline on Ekholm, Whit?
I think he'd be in the conference finals. If not the beginning, like game 4 through 7.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm hearing, but I don't know.
The one thing you do have going for you, like I don't think Petro and Hannafin and a few of those guys in the back end for Vegas have played their best hockey. Like I watched that full Minnesota series. Like I felt like Like maybe a little bit of bad puck luck as well for those guys. But I feel like Petro and Hanifin have to be different players in round 2.
Yeah, for sure. Vegas played brutal. Like, I don't know how they even got through that series, but I think that's a good sign.
I know. I think it is too.
They're only going to get better. And yeah, Theodore had a horrible that one game. He was -5 or 4, first time ever in his career, which was wild. Petro's been going through some stuff. He's going to only be better now as the time goes on. Eichel had a horrible start. Him and Stone, did they have no points the first 5 games or 4 games or something?
It was. I think it was 3. I think it was the first 3.
What's
I
up,
feel
Jay?
good. If you had
them
Ekholm, I would feel different.
What's up, boys? As you guys know, I like to surprise you guys with some guests when we do these streams. So without further ado, I think there's no better first guest to have on our first stream of the year than the one, the only, John Buccigross.
Booch. I was
Cheers.
going to ask. I'm guessing it's a nice whiskey tonight.
No Jameson, Ryan. Nothing crazy. Just solid, pucks in deep, people to the net whiskey from Ireland.
Like Charlie Coyle on the third line whiskey.
Exactly. That's what Dylan Cousins should be, a third line whiskey. He's not a second liner.
Are you still celebrating and taking a victory lap on your Ovi take?
The first man to say it, guys.
Bucci, be careful. Biz will try to say it was his idea.
Oh, yeah.
Biz was 14 when I made that prediction.
Exactly. I was still a virgin.
Bucci, you a Scotch or a whiskey guy?
I like them both. I like all 3. I like it. I like the Redbreast 12 Irish whiskey is phenomenal. So yeah, I'll go all over the world.
Bucci, we're the first man to bring up the Ovechkin chase, and I'd say that it was one of the cooler articles I've read, because when you did it, you pretty much mapped out almost to a T without COVID, like what he was going to do each year. Like, what made you originally even kind of think about it or decide to do some work and look into how you could figure out if it was possible?
Well, when you have a weekly column, which I started in 2001 and did until 2017, and this is 2010 we're talking about, you need ideas. That's number one. Number two, I always like baseball stats. I'm kind of a geeky stat guy. I like going back in the history of baseball, and I used to memorize all the home run leaders from 500 on. Mellott 511. Ted Williams, 521, Mickey Mantle, 535. I still know all those numbers. So I kind of like history. I like stats. And hockey hockey kind of lends itself to that. And like one of my early columns was why Cam Neely should be in the Hall of Fame. And I wrote a long article on that.
You got him in.
I got him in. Single-handedly got him in. And so I went back and did comparables, which is the best way, whether it's salary or whether it's Hall of Fames. Comparables is your best argument. Because there's precedence. So that was kind of my deal with Ovi. He just seemed different. He seemed just like, and plus he got out to a great start. When you start to build in your 20s, this foundation of stats, you're in a great position. Like Patrice Bergeron wasn't a Hall of Famer at 29. Like he exploded in his 30s. He had injuries and he just wasn't a highly productive guy. Braden Point already has his Hall of Fame foundation. If he has a good 30 to 36 year career and he keeps going, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
So it's about those first, say, 7 years.
Exactly. And some guys, especially for the guys who start when they're 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Like guys who start later, like Jake Gensel didn't really get going. Certainly he's got a great foundation, but if for some reason he would fall off here these next couple of years for whatever injury, it looks like he's 11. If he ever gets an injury or someone slows down, then maybe he might fall short. But so it helps to start. And actually, again, Ovi actually started late because he was 20 because of, the lockout. I assume, I don't know what his situation in Russia was then, but that cost him at least 38 goals or 30. He had 52 his rookie year.
Right.
So, and so that's a big thing. Yeah. When you start and then getting off to a good start at Ovi right off the bat, I was like, wow, he doesn't have to have very many monster years. He only had 160 goal year in his career. Matthews already has 2. So it just kind of, and he looked like he wasn't going to get hurt. He was a prodigy with parents who raised him. He had good genetics. So just kind of a, so it just seemed different.
Booch, from a copyright standpoint, is it okay if we ask you to turn your volume down?
Absolutely.
Unless you can get ESPN.
He works for ESPN.
Yeah, this is ABC tonight. You know, that's ABC. That's like Buzz Lightyear, Woody level stuff. You know, ESPN's like, I don't know, Mr. Potato Head.
What a play by Wyatt Johnson right there for anyone watching. He comes back, gets that stick in. That looked like a possible tap-in. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
Pink Whitney power play here, 4-minute power play. But Bucci, while we got you, you just mentioned Matthews. You think, are you going to write another article about him?
Just concerned about his durability, concerned about
Biz
being too rich, concerned about will he have the love, for a long time. Ovi's just he's just a program to play hockey. It's all he's going to do. Yeah. He'll play till his 50. Like people say he might retire. Like, what are you talking about, retire? I mean, he's like, this all he is a hockey player. Now his kids are little. He wants to take them to the rink for the next 5 years, so they can skate on the ice during practice. And so, I mean, like I said, I always said that he was more likely not to get he's more likely to get 1,000 goals than not break the record.
And his line mates and teammates don't mind like going to get the puck for him and just setting him up where he likes to be. So fuck it, right? They get to play with a legend, and it's awesome. What were you going to say?
He seems likable, doesn't take the air out of the room. They seem to like him. He's just a simple guy who likes hockey and doesn't seem to have much of an ego or much airs about him. So I don't know that for sure. You guys might know better, but he seems like he's somewhat likable.
Yeah, no,
and he puts asses in seats.
Yes.
Yeah, that too.
But you saying, you do have to love it. Like, yeah, you're 36 and you have you have money to set up your grandkids. And the other night against Montreal, they showed him, he missed a chance. It was game 4 because it was in the Bell Center, and they show him on the bench, and he was so pissed off.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
And it's like, oh my God, this guy, like nothing has changed.
Right. And like you're right, Whit. He could wake up one day and say, I've had enough. I just want to smash Cheetos in 7 Subways a day and be 310 pounds.
He's going to be a host.
No doubt.
Booch, you make a good point there, because I noticed it too with Patrick Kane re-signing, and you see like he's playing more now for his kid, right? Like his kid's enjoying all the stuff at the games. That's a great point. And these guys who have kids later on get to, I know Whit, you didn't have your kids after, but like,
it stinks. It's one thing I wish that, because they don't,
my kids don't even know what teams I played for.
Well, being like me, they don't even believe I played. Like he's just like, oh yeah, you didn't play. Like he sees the film. It's like, it's not even HD yet.
Yeah, I was a young dad. I was 26, 28, 33. So there's pros and cons for both sides. But yeah, that's Kevin McHale always said that he played 3 more years than he wanted to because his boys wanted to be ball boys on the Celtics. That's why he played for 3 more years. And that matters. Some guy, obviously all young people wait to have kids nowadays anyway. It's very rare anyone has kids in their 20s. So if they're still in the league, more of them have them in their 30s. Unless you're Crosby, he'll be 84 when he has his first kid, probably.
No, 87.
And you're talking about Ovi.
You're right. He's going to wait till he's 87.
That's how I would
talking about Ovi retiring at 50. Crosby's going to retire at 50 too. I don't see him stopping ever.
I don't like. Crosby's doing it the right way. He'll get married, have kids once he's done playing. No stress. Just worry about hockey now. And
that's the Jeter, Larry Bird playbook. Same thing. They waited till after they retired because there's no way they could focus on being a dad if they're still playing. Get in. Oh, jeez.
Jeter, Bird, Whitney. It kind of has a ring to it.
The Mount Rushmore of late dads.
Let me ask you this one, because Crosby, and I'm biased, like when you compare Crosby to Ovechkin, for me, it's Sid. And I think the main thing is obviously the 3 cups. But if Ovi breaks Gretzky's all-time goal record and then wins the cup to make it 3-2, how much different do you think that argument of their careers change?
I don't think a lot. I think it's Sid by a smidge. But you're right. That would be huge. Be an amazing year. And at least it gets them in and then, I hope they let these Russians play in the Olympics and the World Juniors.
Don't even get us started.
It's so ridiculous. But
it's not the real thing. It's not a gold medal if Russia's not there.
Well, not even that, but just the whole basis of fairness. Like these, there's nothing to do with these hockey players, nothing to do with them. I don't understand. I mean, whatever. I'll get on a rant here and I'll start saying things that'll be captured and put on the internet tonight. But I want Crosby to get 2,000 points. That's my big thing with Sid, because obviously only Wayne's gotten 2,000 points. So I really hope, and it's not that hard for him to do it, but he needs to play till he's 42 or so. But it's just like 80 points a year for 3-4 more years. So I think that'd be cool for only, and that'll help your point with, that'll help his long-term argument as well. Be the only other guy with 2,000 points and still be relevant.
Do you think that if he were to pass Mario in all the records that he has with the Pittsburgh Penguins, I believe he passed assists, right? He just hasn't passed goals.
Right, but he's going to.
He can break them all, though. I looked at them during the year, Biz.
I agree. I think he will. Do you think at that point there would be a possibility that he would eventually move on if they're not able to turn it around from like a cup contending perspective?
I don't think that matters to him. I don't think those records matter. I don't. I don't know that. He might deep down, but I don't think those records matter. Mario's just in a different, nice save, in a whole different realm in a lot of ways. He's like Jesus. Some players are like divine. Bobby Orr is divine among Bruin fans. Mario's divine among Penguin, and not every team has someone who's divine. That's like a weird. It's like an interesting type of athlete, like Mario and like Bobby Orr. Like they're not all like they're rare. And so I don't know if you can ever surpass something like that. But
I on the Coyotes.
But I would like Sid to wake up one day and say, I want to go play for Montreal. That was my team as a kid. They're coming. They're on the up. I think that's the place. If Sid's going to go anywhere, I know, Biz, you've often talked about Colorado, but to me, Montreal is the only place he would go.
Okay, because
I was saying that during Four Nations.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind. And if he wakes up tomorrow and says, you know what, this doesn't make sense, let them hire a young coach. Let them start over. Give Gino his final year next year. It's last year of his deal. Let him walk off. If he still wants to play, he can go play somewhere else. But you're not going to play here. But we'd like to honor you the entire year long and send you off. And if you want to keep playing, go ahead. But this is our plan. I would tell him this summer too. This is our plan for you. Letang's more complicated. But at some point, Sid might say, yeah, you know what? And I would have this summer. I said, or the mid-season, I was like, you know what? Sullivan's going to go. It's time for him to go. And here he is in the Rangers now.
It's wild to see all the coaching changes. We kind of chatted about. We had a discussion basically about, Sullivan's making crazy money now. Also, he had a hole-in-one yesterday at Marshfield Country Club.
Oh, no, he didn't.
On the day he became Rangers coach. So that's a nice little sign for Rangers fans.
I heard he was by himself, though.
I did that one time. Well, it wasn't a hole in one. I pulled one long left. I dropped another one, hit it in the air, knocked on the ground. I'm like, please don't go in. I mean, it was my second ball. It didn't matter, but still, I didn't want to go in.
You wanted someone to see it.
Yeah, even if it was it would have been a 3. It's a nice 3, but still, it's pretty cool that and it went in. It went in for a 3. It actually went in for a 3, but I didn't want it to.
So, Booch, you're
I did eagle the last hole today at Bayberry Hills, though. That was a very.
Did you?
I
saw you swing. It looked nice, Booch.
Not bad.
He's got game.
Yeah, it was a driver, 5-wood from 238, knocked it to 15 feet, and rolled it in on the 18th at Bayberry. It's like, wow, where'd that come from?
If we got you for a bagger, like a scramble, who would you want your 1 or 2 partners to be hockey guy wise?
That's a great point. I got to think about that. I think I might want like a current young guy. I think that'd be a better show, because to me, it's all about the show. It's not about what I want. It's what makes the best show.
Who
young guys do not make good shows, Bucci.
No, you're right.
Some of them got good personalities, and I was going to ask you, like, who do you feel like from the young guys? You're like, oh, I like this guy. I feel like he could be
Isaac Howard if he golfs. I think he's got potential. Although he's not in the league yet, so maybe he needs to be a little careful. Maybe he might be a big guard.
He's guy.
Yep. Or maybe a coach, possibly. No, that coaches will be too.
We're a players podcast.
Yeah, management are all too careful.
We get Babcock and Cronin with Bucci.
And some Jameson.
Bucci, into this series here quickly. Sorry, what are you thinking about? Not just this game, but who gives you the best look at this is a Stanley Cup champ? Is it one or the other, or both the same with you?
I thought it was Colorado once they made all those moves in those first couple of games. But you guys probably know, after you make a trade deadline deal, those first couple of games, everyone is so adrenalized on a bottle of Hydroxycut in 2002 that it's like a Fedra city out there after a trade. And I just thought they would keep doing that. And and they've kind of settled in. But I thought they would just kind of go through the whole West there. But now it's kind of I just think it's the Panthers to win again. They just seems like it's the same team. They're not as good as last year, I think, without Montour and Ekman-Larsson, but they're good enough, and it's going to be hard for me. And in the West, if I have to pick one team, I'm picking Edmonton. I'm picking Draisaitl and McDavid. Like, it's like
it's just those two. That's the thing. Like they're going to get a cup. So every year I'm just going to. This is the Bucci. You know what I've said? This is Rory's going to win the Masters. Like,
right.
He's going to win the Masters.
That's a great analogy because I'm in a golf pool. Kenny Holland, the former GM president, hopefully gets another job. He has a golf pool every year, and I'm in it. I take Rory every year. Like, even though he never wins it, but I'm not going to not take him, and he wins it. And then finally it paid off this year. So,
do you think that it's kind of a joke how bad they handled the offseason in a sense of like not
oh my God
bringing back like majority of the guys who got them done, and the fact that they haven't really addressed the goaltending. Like, you haven't found a goalie for McDavid. Like how Toronto got Stolars. Like, how do they miss on these types of things?
Exactly. I mean, when they signed Arvidsson, Henrique, and Skinner, I'm like, what are they doing? And they put themselves in a position not to be able to match Broberg and Holloway. It was easy. Like, the Bruins were ready. If someone was going to offer Swayman an offer sheet, they just would have matched. That's what you do. That's GMing 101. Like, you and they try to get those guys.
But you expect it with Swayman. Did people expect it with those two?
They were going to make them a cheap offer at the end of August, and St. Louis they recognized, and still after the offer sheet of them, Holloway's an easy match. Figure it out.
Easy.
Yeah,
that's easy. You got Arvidsson and Skinner making more than them.
Broberg was harder, even though I was pretty bullish on him. He showed enough in the playoffs at times. Size.
In the
skating.
finals alone, I said big lefty, 22, whatever he is, 24. Like, that's a player.
I mean, 4 was big and a little rich, but you got to think he was going to get better. Like, he was going to be better this year. Like, you have to think that. And so, that was a big miss. But, here they are, and I think they'll at least I think they'll be in the hunt for sure.
Going back to the what you're drinking, did you acquire that taste at a later age in life?
I did.
Okay. I can't get into it.
Yeah, I started with Jack Daniels in college, and Jack and Ginger. That was like, because I couldn't drink beer. Beer would like bloat me. I don't know why. Just like I drink 1 or 2 beers and I'm full. So I was like, I need something else. So it was like Jack and Ginger. And then I did Crown Royal when I was in my 30. Did Crown Royal.
Shout out Buffalo.
What era was your Pink Whitney era?
And then 2014 Frozen 4, I go to ask for Crown Royal in Philadelphia. We're at the Four Seasons. That's when ESPN was riding high. We're at the Four Seasons for the Frozen 4.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
now we're at the Hampton Inn. And I was like, you have any Crown Royal? No, but you should try this. It's called Bullet Bourbon. I go, what? Yeah, Bullet. I've never really I had Jack Daniels. I go, and my whole life changed. It was like when that touched my lips and my tongue, my world changed in 2012 at the 2012 at the Frozen 4 in Philadelphia. That's in 2013. That's when everything changed. And then from there I became a big bourbon guy, and I've been to the Buffalo Trace distillery down there in Kentucky, which is amazing. And so that's how it happened. That was kind of my evolution.
Also, go ahead, Whit.
Oh no, you go ahead, Biz.
Well, I was just gonna say, you brought up you were at the Frozen 4, like between G, Merles, and the Game Notes guys, and I mean they're hardcore into the college thing right now. G's got it's you're at the forefront of it as well, and I mean
that's what I was gonna ask, Biz.
Oh no shit, yeah, it's just grown so much, and it's such in a good place, and I really like how they figured it out between the junior and college, how you can start like you're seeing it. Is it the Gavin McKenna? Like he's going to be able to potentially go to Michigan. G's saying so.
No, that's what everyone's saying. I'm not sure.
RPI.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
I'm here in Penn State. I'm here in Penn State. So
I'm not sure what he's waiting for, but I'd heard Michigan too. But he hasn't announced anything, so maybe everybody's in play. But when we lost hockey in 2004, it was 2006. I'm like, man, I got to do something. So I asked them if I could do a regional, an NCAA regional, and then so that's what I did in 2006. And then in 2012, my contract was up, so we're negotiated. Or 2011, I'm like, I want to be the voice of the Frozen 4. I'm my own agent. Like I have no agent. I'm doing it myself. And they're like, okay. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
That's what they thought of college hockey then. No offense.
Exactly. No, totally what they thought of college. Yeah, that guy, he can drive to Worcester, Bridgeport, or Providence. We don't have to pay him anything extra because he's got a regular contract, and that's all. So yeah, go ahead, go do it, kid. I did that, like I said, for 6 years. Now my contract was up. I became voice of the Frozen Four in Pittsburgh in 2013. My first one was 2013. Philly was 2014. Boston 2015. So yeah, so that's how that kind of started. Yeah, and hockey has definitely grown, and now with this whole new rule, it's going to hurt for sure Canadian juniors more, and so they got to figure it out, especially the Western League. So we'll see. It's definitely going to help the NCAA. It'll help for sure.
Yeah, we shared a few cocktails in St. Louis this year, Bucci, and then you told me a great story. You handed out the Hobie Baker. That's how big in college hockey you've become.
Yeah, right. I did. And so they say, and the winner is, so I open up the envelope. I just thought you'd slide it out and it'd be right there, but it's another fold. I'm like, what are we doing? I don't need to fold this again. And I look and I see Isaac Howard. I'm like, and I pause. I go, maybe there's 3 names on here and the winning name is circled. Because it's like I said, you open this thing up, it's like a scroll from one of those, movies you saw as a kid. I declare thee an asshole or whatever. And so I looked up. I looked down. There's only one name in the middle. It's like Isaac Howard. But I paused for like 3 seconds because I thought it was Leonard. I thought it was going to be Leonard or Bouillon. I thought maybe Bouillon stole it in the regionals because that's after the last vote. They do vote. They wait till after regionals to vote. So I said, well, Leonard didn't win anything too big this year. Bouillon was another big time player in both those games, so maybe he'll sway some people's vote. And but. It was Howard. So, but I definitely was shocked. I shouldn't have. Next time I'll say who's going to win, so I know. I shouldn't be surprised. They should tell me because I was definitely shocked. I thought this has to be wrong, or maybe there's names somewhere else on this piece of paper that I'm not seeing.
I kind of love what that Isaac Howard's doing, and I saw.
I do too.
Julian Brisebois' end of season press conference. He was asked about. He said, we don't plan on signing him. He wants to use his right to pick the team that best fits him. And you think about it, it's like, all right, so you're going to wait a while and maybe look bad to a fan base, but you get to go back to school. You get to play your 4th year in school, try to win a national title, and then you get 31 teams. Where do you fit in best? It's kind of a no-brainer when you think about it.
Or they trade him tomorrow and then he signs. That could also. So, yeah, that definitely could happen too. But no, I think Kevin Hayes did it. Jimmy Vesey did it. Everyone forgets. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, do what's best for you. And because Isaac Howard would be a 4th liner, maybe a 3rd liner, where maybe what if he waits and signs with Chicago or San Jose and he's playing with Macklin Celebrini?
Right.
Playing with Will Smith.
And you played 2 years now, and then you're signing an $80 million deal.
Exactly. You build early stats in your first 3 years, and whether you burn a year, and some teams want you to burn a year because they don't want you to get that extra year where you pop at 28 goals, and now you go from a $2 million, like Matthew Nyes, you go from a $4 million guy to a $9 million guy. So they want teams to burn. Like, yeah, go ahead. Like, that's kind of a new thing that it was always a big deal for the players and agent. Yeah, let's get them to burn a year. They're like, yeah, go ahead. It's going to take you until you're going to pop.
What do you think? What do you think Nyes is going to get? I think that they probably end up at 8 times 9, which is going to be heavy. I would offer 8.5.
Well, I'm sure he's looking at Wyatt Johnson. Like, it's a different. Wyatt Johnson's the center and everything, but I'm sure that contract for his agent and him, that's the comparable.
I think that's crazy though, because Wyatt Johnson hasn't missed a game since his entry level. He played all 82 all 3 years. And I think that he scored close to 30, if not got over 30.
Yeah, but Biz, they got a deal on him. Like, he wants to be in Dallas, no state tax. I think it's a different ball game.
I also think if they get the 8 years, that same number is not bad. Like, if they get the 8.5, but they got to give him the 8 years. Because, like, most of these, like Matthews was on these 5-year deals where, like, they're not getting a bargain AAV wise, and they're only getting the 5 fucking years.
Right. So, but no, I think Nyes will be a 40, definitely a 40-30 guy. I don't know if he'll be point per game. He'll never be a big assist guy, I don't think. But still, he's scoring 40 goals. Then he's going to be an 8-9 again. But like you said, with taxes and maybe maybe they see him as a 10 guy. But it's going to be tough with him and Marner. Marner's the fascinating thing. I don't see how you let him go. Like, I just don't see whether you have to trade Nylander. I just don't see how you let that guy go.
I don't know. Like first series against Ottawa, like, he obviously was good power play, but like there are some times when you're Like it's not.
He's not a goal scorer, and you're right. 14 million for a PK, a really good PK guy, and a lot of assists, maybe. But man, he's smart. Man, he's so goddamn.
He is,
so
but
smart.
14 is so much, and like we're gonna find out what he's made of in this round here.
Good point. You're right. That's a great point. You're gonna expose some people here in this series with these boys.
Yeah.
Hey, Bucci, thank you so much. We
bet,
appreciate it.
boys.
We're going to take a little break for the first intermission. Bucci, come on the pod next couple weeks. Let's catch up on playoffs. We'll do all this. We'll do all this over again, and we appreciate it. And Merle's is going to let us know about Kraken, and we'll be back for the second period.
Thanks, Booch.
Peace,
Bucci.
Thank you, Booch. Bucci's a stats guy. He just told us about the stats for Ovi that got him on that chase. I'm going to give you a stat, a Game 7 stat brought to you by Kraken. But right now, whether you're ripping clappers or on the ice making moves in the market, you need speed, precision, and a game plan. That's why we're rolling with Kraken, the official crypto exchange of Spittin Chiclets. When it comes to buying, selling, and swapping over 300 different cryptocurrencies, Kraken is the real deal. No slow plays, no laggy platforms, just deep liquidity, fast execution, and a rock-solid trading experience. And here's the best part. You can set up recurring buys and dollar cost average without the hassle. No stressing over market timing or letting emotions take over. Just link your bank in minutes. You can automate your Bitcoin purchases monthly, weekly, or even daily. Get lower fees than card transactions and no more manual deposit. Just stacks sats like a beauty. Look, crypto is a lot like hockey. You don't just throw the puck around and hope for the best. You need a game plan. Whether you're stacking Bitcoin for the long haul, or diving in the real world of meme coins, Kraken's got your back. And here's the cherry on top. Kraken is rewarding up to $200 in USDG when you share your referral link with friends and family. Get your buddies in the game and everybody wins. So don't be a pylon like Whitney. Get off the bench, get on Kraken, and start stacking. Head to kraken.com/barstool. Disclaimer, no investment advice. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss and is offered to U.S. And the stat I promised you, if anyone's still there after that read.
I'm here, Merle.
Joel Kiviranta of the Colorado Avalanche has played in 3 Game 7s, has 3 total goals in his Game 7 appearances. So if you're looking for a little live bet action, maybe Joel. You don't pronounce the J like Joel. Kiviranta. Joel Kiviranta is going to score a goal according to the Kraken stats.
How do you like my hat, Mer?
Oh, I got one right here. In case I got to change the vibes. You know, I'm going to, if things go wrong for the abs, I'll change them. But right now, it's going good for my abs.
Coming to you soon.
We'll see you after the intermission.
Yeah, let's take a little break. Thanks for joining. We'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. Love you.
You guys hear me? Mur, can you hear me? Why can't I hear anything, G?
Keith's muted himself.
Who was that?
Merles, you're muted. Are we on live right now? We're just fucking butchering.
We are live. We are live. I don't know what happened to Whit there. He is
Merle's
back
mic
now.
doesn't work.
Back. I couldn't hear anything. Something.
Oh, there you are.
You got to ad read, Mur, or you already do it?
No, his fucking volume wasn't working either.
We're good to go. We're good to jump in here, boys.
So we're all mutants. All right, we're back. We're back. Jesus. Nice catching up with Bucci, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty dialed in to all hockey.
We didn't actually get. Oh no, he said Florida. I was thinking he said Florida's his team. I love hearing that right in your face, Biz, because I think truly you know deep down that you won't win shit this round, but you can imagine it and play along.
It's okay to say, yeah, like top to bottom, they have a more experienced, probably deeper team. Yeah, it's going to take everything the Leafs have to knock off the champs, man. But they have a team that's built to do so. They got a great goaltender, and they're going to have to get a little bit of puck luck, just like anybody does on the way to the Stanley Cup. So I'm happy that we're in this situation. You got to beat the best to be the best. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. I ain't fucking scared.
Maybe the most level-headed response I could have imagined coming from you. So fair enough. Point to you.
Yeah, we don't have to roll the disclaimer.
Now, why are you going to win, Keith?
Oh, you can't even fit. That's how things are going to go for the Florida fucking Panthers right there.
All
That's how
fart, no stink.
Going to be clicking. Look, he doesn't even know that we can't hear him.
Yeah, they muted me. The host muted me.
They should. They should put a muzzle on you. You and all the pussy cats down in South Florida. Meow.
You know what Biz needs to do? Biz needs to hire the guy who stole all of Claude Giroux's cars and have him steal the Florida Panthers plane so they can't come to Toronto. So they have to forfeit the first two games.
And golf carts. And the golf carts. I'm going to steal all of it.
Yeah, that's the only chance you got, you jerk.
I can't wait, guys. As an outsider, I'm so fired up for Florida, Toronto.
Oof.
Because it's like, oh my God, this cursed team, like against the champs, can they do it? If they win this, they actually could do it. They could win the cup. And they start in Toronto, like they won the division. It's a series that if Florida goes on to just spank them in 5, it's like, wow, like what was I excited for type situation.
That's fair.
Okay.
And I'm viewing that as a possibility way more than Toronto winning in 5. Like
Oh, wow.
What do you mean, buddy?
Oh, I didn't hear you saying 5. I thought you meant Toronto like winning at all. I'm sorry. I didn't hear the in 5.
No, I'm saying is like there's more of a likelihood that Florida would beat Toronto in 5, just given how they got healthy towards the end of the year. Obviously, all systems go against Tampa. They're going to be getting Ekblad again for the second time after this one. He suspended game 1, correct?
Yeah.
2 games.
And buddy, but on the same note, like Seth Jones has played pretty fucking good. People were just like Lawton questioning him coming into playoffs. Seth Jones has filled the void extremely well in his absence, and it's going to be a tough series, boys. It's going to be tough. They got some big boys. Now, Chucky was not skating with the practice squad on those lines today. Did you guys see that?
No.
Jans, did you see that? Are you dialed in your own team? I'm just asking questions here. Jans was on the massage table fucking stroking him off.
They couldn't get in the hot tub because Jans had a spot taken up this morning.
No, he was too busy coming on the podcast with us, and and then you have to be a piece of trash to him. But yeah,
was I being a piece of trash?
So you were being a combative, asking the tough questions, kind of prick in a nice way. But Biz, I knew for a fact the minute he popped on the screen that you were going to do that. So I feel like that's what you should take away from me saying that. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know he's a jerk. That's all you're saying.
No, not I know he's a jerk, but I know he's so deep in the Maple Leaf sauce right now that you were going to do what you did right when he signed on. It wasn't an interview for Spittin' Chiclets for you. It was I'm facing my enemy on a Zoom call, right?
That's fair. That's
right,
fair.
but if he brings on one of his guys, which I know none of the Toronto
Maple
Leafs
you were
would
an asshole
agree
to Will
come on.
Arnett the entire time.
Warning. The following statements are about to be made by a deranged Leafs fan. The views expressed are his and his only. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt because, remember, he is a deranged Leafs fan.
Amazing timing. Who just did that? No. Who just did that, Fish?
Well, possibly you fired. You had the poll to get any one of your Toronto Maple Leafs on the podcast, which they would never because you never played for the team. You just have a jacket.
I think it's more that they just can't come on here.
And Will Arnett.
I was trying to come on and be calm all night, and then you guys just like on game notes.
Because Will Arneal's brother's up for the Jack Adams, he thinks he can come on our podcast and talk shit.
Jens, you were more rude to Will Arnett than I was to Matthew Tkachuk, first of all. Number two, just like on fucking game notes the other day when I was ambushed by this Oilers jock sniffer, all I was trying to do was come on and be calm and say, hey, listen, yeah, we didn't play a great game 5. Let's all breathe a little bit. I know that we typically have issues getting out of the first round. Let's be positive. Let's get the positive juju going and save the energy for this deep run we're about to make. He ambushed me.
Who's we? Who's we?
What do you mean?
Well, in fairness, I am on the Oilers, and I think I'm even tweeting we at this point.
You played on the Oilers.
I was picked up off waivers, but wasn't able to go there. I then went and graced.
No, that was
I then went and graced you in Phoenix because
that.
You're welcome. The guy who
picked you up on that same waiver wire
and Minnesota, 3 teams.
Wow, hey, 3 of 30.
I was a player. I was a player. I was versatile. Hey, you need a 7th defenseman for practice today, Tip? All right, sure. I'll skate backwards and make the guys laugh. We can all have a good laugh today.
No, Biz, all 3 teams hadn't had rookie party, and they were struggling. Like, let's just grab him. He can set up a rookie party for us that's just bang on in New York City, and then we'll chuck him back on waivers. But you made the most of that in Phoenix.
And before we bring on our guest, and then fast forward, you ambushed me with Matthew Tkachuk. I'm getting ambushed, and then I'm being played off like I'm the asshole.
So it wasn't an ambush, Biz, though. Biz, I
was trying to do numbies.
Once again, I knew
trying to blindside me just like the people he's playing against every night on the ice.
I knew for a fact when we saw him, we were getting like Biz sicko mode. I knew it because right now you're lost in the sauce with the Leafs. I also don't think you're ambushed by having a superstar in the game hop on the pod just because he's playing your team. Like,
and here's the difference.
Had Eichel come on, I'm not gunning at Eichel.
Thank you.
Well, there's not a history like that. There's not a history like that. Okay.
Blackwood.
What's your history with Matthew?
Yeah, seriously. That he's a gentleman and comes on your podcast.
He's gonna try to fucking stuff my Maple Leafs in a locker, and I know it. Just like he did to fucking Hagel. Just like he did to Gensel. Like,
I love that answer.
I was at the fucking Bell Center when that went down, man. This guy's out to
that was your country. That was your country.
That's my country. There's more than just going on here than NHL hockey. This is a country rivalry thing too.
You don't even live in that country, dude. Enough.
Speaking of stuffing the Leafs in a locker, let's bring a guy on who's done it a time or two, newly retired, Pat Maroon.
Hey,
Patty.
What's up, boys?
Patty?
You mean Drake Maroon?
Patty, I saw you
for every
in St.
team?
Louis. I saw you in, or was it Tampa? You're chugging a beer. I mean, you got all these Cup Champ X teams, right? Now that you're retired, you're chugging beers. How nice is being retired knowing this summer you don't have to go and work out. You don't have to get on the ice and skate.
What do you mean? This guy wasn't working out anyway. What are you talking about?
He's playing roller hockey.
Back to business as usual. Roller hockey and pops.
The beauty of it is I didn't have to work out. You had to work out and nothing happened for you. So it all worked out for me. So
I was the hardest working guy that got nowhere. Yeah.
No, it's good. I still went, but I had to get back in the gym. I'm already on the way up for 20 pounds right now, so I got to tone her back here.
We were talking about it today, how back in our days, that's what the old guys told us to do. Take 3 weeks off, don't do a thing, rest the body, eat, drink. Otherwise, you're going to blow your groins out. And I would gain the 10 pounds in the first 3 weeks, and it took 2 months to get them off. It was brutal advice.
Yeah, that was my whole summer. I've done that my whole career, so it's brutal. But listen, I don't know. I guess when you find a way and you just stay at the same body weight your whole career, you just find that body weight, try to get to that every summer. And then once you get to that main camp, as long as you're stepping on that scale at the same body weight, then you're like, fuck it, I did my job this summer.
Patty, I was going to make you an offer. If you go down and work with Cooch the whole summer like Hagel, we'll give you a tryout with the Gargoyles next season. You can come out of retirement. We'll even give you we'll give you a slice of ownership too.
Even if I was 270, I'd probably still tear that league up.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Hey, did you not just have a kid, Patty?
I did, yeah, 2 weeks old.
Oh,
congratulations.
Congrats, dude.
Wow. Hey, not a bad time to be up for the midnight feedings with Cup playoffs first round.
Oh, it's kind of nice though, because I go up there. It's around midnight, 12:30. She's probably already changing the diaper, getting ready to feed. But now she's starting to pump, so I'm going to start to do the midnight shift here. So it's going to be fine. Be up all night. Anyway.
So congrats on that, man. That's amazing.
That's huge.
I know your son was drafted by London. He's going to figure out his year or maybe go to the USHL. But quickly before we get into that, just because St. Louis has this vibe right now, the same vibe as when you guys did it, is that building as crazy as Kevin Hayes told us the other night in the playoffs? He actually asked if any of us had ever been there. Keith had to remind him we all played in the NHL.
That's an okay mistake, but for these guys, no.
Well, I think, honestly, St. Louis is a great fan base, especially when you're riding on a team. Obviously, with the St. Louis Cardinals being there, their fan base has kind of taken a toll there from being shitty for so many years now. And with St. Louis and the run they've been on, I mean, when I was there, it was fucking loud. I couldn't even hear, to be honest with you. It was loud, but it's probably one of the loudest buildings, especially when I don't know, it's just weird, like, because no one thinks of St. Louis as a hockey town. It is a hockey town. It's a fucking huge hockey town, and with like Matthew and Brady and Clayton Keller of the worlds, all these guys are coming up. I mean, it's just hockey's booming right now, and everyone wants to be in that. Everyone wants to be in that rink, but it's probably one of the loudest rinks. It's probably competing up to Winnipeg right now for the loudest building, probably.
How about that save by Blackwood, guys? Did you catch that? I don't know who that was on, but
I'm pretty dialed in.
Yeah,
I sent Steiner the number for a roofing company in St. Louis, because that place, like, it blew the roof off last night when those 4 goals went on. It was boom, boom, boom. Place was belligerent. It was awesome.
That wasn't the goalie needs to stop a puck though here.
Well, I guess, Patty, you're the only guy on this stream who has played against this Avs team this year. Like, or even Dallas, like the pace that they play with, like, this is fucking nuts, man. This is like, it's in fast forward right now.
Absolutely. I mean, if you guys think about it, I mean, besides Florida, I mean, these probably other 2 teams are probably going deep in the West right now. I think it's going to be Florida and one of these 2 teams. I mean, they're just beating the hell out of each other right now. And I know, Biz, you wanted Tampa to take Florida to 7, but it wasn't going to happen. I feel bad for your Leafs, but the way fucking Florida plays, I don't even think when I was at the game 5, they probably had 2 scoring chances in the third period, Tampa.
Because they stayed on the forecheck and they push you down ice. Doesn't matter if they have the lead either. The opposite of LA.
Yeah, they just fucking ground and pound you every time. Dump it in. Back pressure, good gaps, 3/4 ice on, put it back in, and just repeat it. And it's just like one guy stays out there extra, 2 guys change, next 2 guys come down your throat, that guy changed. It's just like you keep going and going. And I feel like those are the years when I was in Tampa, that's how we played. And just remind me the same way. They found their groove. They just put a chokehold on you, and they fucking kill you.
Like I like in the rapper, they get the Anaconda chokehold on you. Just a little fun. Take a little of your oxygen away. You know what I'm talking about, Patty?
He's cradling a baby in an hour. Hey,
I see the gag ball there on your couch, buddy. What are you talking about?
You're not supposed to drink if you're breastfeeding, Patty.
Right now.
Oh my God, Yans with an all-timer. I'll give you that one, even though I hate your squad right now.
Hey, but Patty, I was gonna say it. Honestly, it reminds me of what you guys used to do to us in Tampa. And, like, you get guys like Gord, Joseph. Who was the other French kid? He ended up going to Montreal, I believe.
Paquette.
He was a pest to play against.
Cedric Paquette.
Yeah, like those guys. That's how like Florida is. You have guys that are just mean and you hate playing against, and they're just wearing teams down. And when you guys won all those cups, you have obviously the high end guys and some, the Kucherovs and the big boys. But it's like you guys grinded teams down, and it just it was so taxing on a team, especially in a series.
Like guys like Greer. Like, fuck, that was a great pickup. Like, that's a guy who
he's also scored some sick goals too.
That's what I mean. And buddy, I played against him in the A. He was a scorer down there. He'd be fucking going to the net. He'd be telling you to fuck off. Like, he was a piece of shit. And I'm like, oh, this guy's a gamer down here. Like, he's showing up every night and he can play.
Biz. That's BU.
Oh, he's a BU guy. Eh? I played against him when he was in San Antonio in the A, and I'm like, oh, I love this guy. And then it kind of took him a while to like become a regular. He bounced around a little bit. I think he was in Calgary, Boston, but yeah, he's a gamer.
Pink Whitney power play here. Stupid penalty by Malinsky.
Also, Cedric Paquette just gets brought up. I think one of our funnest interviews we did. Remember with him, Biz?
We interviewed Paquette?
Oh no, we interviewed who was the French kid we interviewed that was hilarious? Is he married to Patrick Waugh's daughter?
Oh yeah, you're talking about
Nacho Libre.
Yes.
Lebris. Great guy.
He
was in Tampa, wasn't he?
Let's go.
Yes. Whoa.
Yes.
Oh,
Manson. That's the X factor. Shit. That's the X factor. Manson on the power play.
It's Logan O'Connor, man. He's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's insane.
Andy's cousin.
Who? Andy O'Connor?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's that?
Buddy at home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is
sick inside joke for the chat, Jans.
Yeah. O'Connor. This guy is an absolute weapon on the shorthanded. It's unbelievable on the penalty kill.
Hey, that's why like they let JT Confer go, right? Like he's very similar.
Oh, he was a dog, dude. I loved Confer.
No, but I'm saying O'Connor. I'm guessing he's younger. He's same thing, righty animal.
Too. Yeah, he played at Denver. Like, he skates hunched over, just works his nuts off.
If this were not to work and Dallas were to come back and win this game and Dallas is out, I really look back and think not signing Kadri was a big miss. If they could have seen the cap going up this high, there's no way they would have got rid of him. He was a playoff dog.
Are you talking about the Leafs?
He's talking about the Avs.
Oh, the Leafs let Kadri go? Oh.
No, that was dumb. But they did that because like 6 playoffs in a row, he took a sussy where they're like, all right. Hey, I think that was another dubious move.
Trading him?
I don't know. Was it?
Hey, What
do
you think about your Oilers? You think Calvin Pickard's got them?
So I told Biz, like, if they're lucky enough to play 20 more playoff games or whatever it would be, it could be 10 starts Skinner, 10 starts Pickard. Like it's a crapshoot. It's the one thing as year 10. I said on Chiclets, year 10 of McDavid, for those to be your goalies, as great as Pickard was and as Skinner was last year, it's kind of like, oh my God. I mean, Toronto got stolen. It's like, I'll give Biz that. He won a round. He's looked really good. Like they couldn't have figured that out. I don't know. Maybe Skinner has Pickard, it in him.
If there was a prop bet that we would see a third string goalie for any team in playoffs, I would take it for the Oilers. I would take it right now.
I know. I have no idea. Like, who's their AHL goalie? What if he's just nasty?
Yeah, but he's Joseph Woll's a good goalie. He's a stud, I think.
Yeah, Yeah, but he's their backup. I just meant like for Edmonton, like, you know, Picard could get shelled for 4 or 5 easy every night. So could Skinner at this point. Like, you might see an AHL guy from Bakersfield in no time.
Is Jack Campbell still in the system?
He's in Detroit. I think he's in Detroit.
But Patty, my thing is, and you were there, you saw it. Like, I think McDavid's getting one. So as long as he's around, I'm going to be like, he's winning this year. He's winning this year. At some point, they're going to do it. Is this the year? I believe way more now than I did after the second game in LA when I'm like, I think they might be done. And then they might have been done had the coach not decided to just give them a power play tied with what, 8 minutes? How many minutes were left when Bouchard scored the goal in game 3? Like, that game.
What did you make of all that, Patty? That whole fiasco?
I
mean, something's happening.
What happened? You're so ahead of me. I hate this. Yeah. Dallas is in the offensive zone. Landeskog.
Landeskog?
I'm watching at 7:12. What are you guys at?
I'm so far, and I'm on YouTube.
I'm at 6:50.
Boys, never mind. I think it might have been a replay.
God, this guy.
O'Connor to Manson again.
Hey, he had me waiting for a goal.
I got you, boys. Hey, look at the shirt too, classy.
Hey, get us. You were trying to get us. You got.
Yeah, but then I got to get you. It was the best.
Like, you know,
sometimes you get got, then you gotta give got.
Patty.
No, but you had me sitting and Landeskog threw one from like inside the blue line soft. I'm like, does this go in? I was like waiting for something to happen. You got me.
I was waiting for the high flip to turn into a breakaway.
Yes, exactly. But Patty, he asked you like the video review by Hiller game 3. From what you've seen, are the coaches just like, hey, video guy, tell me yes or no, and going 100% on what they say?
I mean, you got to think about it. Yeah, I mean, they have to in a way. Like, if they're giving them the green light, because it says on the bottom, if you guys all played, like Jans and like what
no TVs on the bench when I was playing.
Yeah, so the TVs give you a green or a red light, and then they have their earpieces. So I think once they get that green light saying it's a good goal, or the red one saying no goal, then I think they're one. You know, and then
I would say half the buildings had TVs on the bench, though. Like, I remember Edmonton, even at the Rexall, like they had under the plexi.
Yeah, they had them.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Like, you see what Vegas did the other night? Cassidy called a timeout because he didn't know for sure if it was a kick in or not. But he was really looking at.
That's what Hiller did too that night.
Yeah.
Did you remember that? And then obviously ended up winning. So I mean, that's a smart call. If you listen, if you want to waste a timeout to give you another minute to really figure this out, and then I think it's going to be at the end of the day the coach's decision because they really need to see if it was really the kicking or the goaltender interference.
Somebody said the other night, Merle, before you go, somebody said the other night when Blues made it 3-1, they should have called their timeout. I think it might have been Army in the chat, or maybe it was you, Mer, and then Army corrected you. You said they fucking burned it trying to see that goal longer. Did you guys feel that first goal for St. Louis was goalie interference?
I thought it would have got taken back.
I agree because I felt like he just moved laterally and like the goalie would have moved out and hit him regardless. They were trying to blame, I think, Sandberg for it. So they looked at it, but I think the experience with Hiller has really made coaches very gun shy now. Like to the point where, like, because of the ridicule he faced, he might even lose his job.
Yeah, 100%. I think today they came back and said said he'll have his job next year. I think they just don't want to fire him over that. But I know some video coaches, and not every situation, but I know they'll give percentages to the coaches. They'll say 75%. I would go 80%. It's not like to give them, and then the coach can make the call. Other times they're like, yeah, 100%. It's offsides 100%. So I know they work that way sometimes, and then the head coach has to make the final decision.
Do you have an opinion, Whit or Jans or Maroon on that one, the Buchnevich one? First goal for the Blues in Game 6.
Good
I kind of I agree with you guys that I think that Hiller scared coaches of making that challenge and putting a team on the power play. So I think guys are a little bit more shy to kind of throw it out there. I think putting in that rule in general, making it if you not get it right, it's a power play for the other team has been huge. But yeah, I think it could have been a no goal, but it's also like, do you want to risk it? So I don't know.
Of course, the video coaches Merle's knows uses like odds percentage, like they're playing roulette, like 75% on red, it's been black. It's like the coach is like, I'm just looking for a yes or no.
And the reason they got to take the timeout is because he's getting out the picks. He's texting in the Merles, hey, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? I'm gonna have them call a timeout. You got 1 minute to get your pick in.
I just feel like the goalie challenges are so inconsistent now, so you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. So like,
I mean, you're in front of the net. It's actually nice. Offsides, yes or no, goal or no goal, for the most part. But the ones now around the crease, we've talked a bunch that you have no clue.
You have zero clue of like what's going to happen or dictate. Like Nick Foligno scored a goal this year, gets pushed into the goalie recovers, he scores. Literally 2 games later, same situation happened. We challenged the call, they called the goal. It's the same fucking thing. So, like, they're just so consistent for coaches and video coaches. They're really looking at it, digesting the play. Like, all right, fuck, this might be a 50-50 or this might be 100%, like, win for us. So, like, I don't know. It's just hard, especially in the playoffs, too. You're putting a fucking good team on the power play with that. And
I also feel, much like penalties in general, they allow a little bit more abuse and contact around the goaltenders. Like, I'm not saying that Kane goal should have been called back, but in the regular season, they might have called that first whack on his pad as like goalie interference.
But not when it's a shot. When you're trying to shoot it, I guess you never know.
Yeah, but he's on the crease when he's coming around. I mean, that's so hard. Like, you're in his real estate now. You're in his way now. So how?
So question for people. I don't know. So maybe some of the chat doesn't know. Is the ref making the final decision, or is it Toronto?
Toronto.
On all goaltender interference, it's not the ref at all. He's just
Toronto. Toronto makes the final call.
Yeah. So I was gonna say maybe you could kind of figure out which ref ends up leaning no goal or goal. But if it's always Toronto, I mean, maybe it's different guys working each night. Like, oh, Rick's off tonight. This one, for sure.
That's for sure. Especially during the regular season, there's probably so much turnover. Where now playoffs, they got more of the, just like the refs. They pick the best ones, the ones who are the most consistent.
Like, how do you guys feel about the refs doing interviews after games and playoffs? If shit like this goes down, maybe they
notice no league does it. So that's why I'm like,
Sweden, they do it.
Okay, no, but I'm saying NBA, NFL, it's not a thing. Whereas if other leagues did it, I wish it happened. I think it'd be great, but there's obviously a reason they don't do it. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Do you know what I mean?
You think that wouldn't be throwing them to the wolves though? Like some of these guys, they would like. Yeah. They might have to get like counseling and shit after that. Like, no, I'm serious.
Well, they also would have. It would never be. Hey, great job tonight. Like your only interview questions are calls that you then have to defend that are like 50.
Everyone you miss, like fuck. By the finals, we won't have any refs left.
Say
5-on-5, no officials, lower the cage.
What if they just all the challenges? No, they don't have to answer any of the calls they made that in the game. They just have to talk about the challenges that happened that went either way, the good or the bad.
But then you'd be talking to the league though, right? Because they're doing it.
I just think it would be better so everyone understands a little bit more.
Or Patty, maybe the league drops like a video of the guys in Toronto talking it over.
Oh yeah, I'll be spoofing those motherfuckers in no time.
I'll be Shadur Sanders in there. I'll somehow get a number in. You're pranking them during the middle of a big
they had to do that with the concussion. Remember with Shanny, like, oh well, underrule this. Like it's like for what? For every call?
Okay, I'll also say this though, and Patty, you're just retired. I'm watching these games, and there are missed calls everywhere. But every game there's missed calls, and I think having played, I'm like, I don't know. That's just part of the game. Like
part of the game.
It's part. I don't know. Like every game, at the end of the game, you're like, he missed this, he missed that, and then the other team says the same thing. So all people talk about is missed calls, and forever it was just, hey, you got the calls that night, or the ref missed a couple calls. I don't think it'll ever change. It just is what it is.
Are you guys okay? I don't mind the offside rule. Sometimes they take too long with it, especially when it's obvious, like the Appleton or whatever. The one the other night, he was like this far offside. Where it's like, yo, he's offside. Fucking tell him it's offside. Drop the fucking puck. We don't need to waste 5 minutes here. But like, yeah, that I don't know.
What about that offsides though? The other night where you said it was a rare occurrence where they called a penalty on it, and
that
the penalty still
one.
That like so the play doesn't happen because it's offside, so the goal can't count.
Yeah.
How does the penalty happen then?
I know
it should all be washed.
I would say that's a 1 in 1,000 occurrence. Like that might happen once or twice over the course of the regular season.
Yeah, I was wondering if like, oh shit, did they make a mistake? Is this real? Are we going to be talking about how like the rule got wrong? But I guess that's the rule. If there's
because the time on the clock when that penalty happened, it ended up like you had to redo that time on the clock. Like that never actually happened in terms of the game.
Yeah, that was a crazy moment.
I feel like that might have been never written in the rules.
Don't you think, especially in playoffs, that the refs kind of, if they do miss one, then they, at the end of the game, they'll even it up. At some point, it'll kind of even its way out. They'll maybe give a softer penalty.
Yeah, I kind of do. I do think it ends up kind of even. Now, the stats may tell us we're completely wrong, but at least with Edmonton, and they draw a lot of penalties with the speed, when they get a penalty against them, I'm like, all right, it's coming up. We're getting a power play. And it seems to usually be the case. And then if they really get going, they'll get 2-3 in a row. Maybe the stats show that it's never really evenly called number to number.
Guys, that's period 2. Fuck, 1-0 Colorado. Wow.
They only have 10 shots? Like this is kind of a clinic by Colorado right now. Dallas has nothing going.
Yeah, both teams are playing pretty well defensively, tighten things up.
All right, Patty, it's great seeing you. Congrats on everything. Congrats on retirement and a new baby. So we appreciate you coming on. We'll talk soon.
We'll talk soon. Biz, I'll see you in the studio 12th.
Oh, I love it. T. Patty.
Wow,
that's an announcement right there, I think.
Wow.
What does that mean?
He's going to be on TNT.
He said, I'll see you in the studio.
Oh, that's weird. I thought Bonus was doing tomorrow.
No, the 12th, he said.
Oh, that's why when he said 12, I'm like, fuck, I thought our game was at 6.
You also think it's 2-0, though, so fair.
Yeah, that's good. Speaking of stats, I'm going to have another
game tonight.
I'm going to have another Kraken stat for us after this ad read. This last ad read I gave, everybody took off on me. But all right, boys, whether you're ripping clappers or on the ice making moves like Yandel in the markets, you need speed, precision, and a game plan. That's why we're rolling with Kraken, the official crypto exchange of the Spittin' Chiclets podcast. When it comes to buying, selling, and swapping over 300 different cryptocurrencies, Kraken is the real deal. No slow plays, no laggy platforms, just deep liquidity, fast execution, and a rock-solid trading experience. And here's the best part. You can set up recurring buys at dollar cost average without the hassle. No stressing over market timing or letting emotions take over like Biz and his Leafs. Just link your bank in minutes. You can automate your Bitcoin purchases monthly, weekly, or even daily. Get lower fees than card transactions and no more manual deposits. Just stack sats like a beauty. Look, crypto is a lot like hockey. You don't just throw the puck around and hope for the best. You need a game plan. Whether you're stacking Bitcoin for the long haul or diving into the wild world of meme coins like Wit did, Kraken's got your back. And here's the cherry on top. Kraken is rewarding up to $200 in USDG when you share your referral link with family and friends. Get your buddies and teammates in the game, and everybody wins, unlike the Leafs. So don't be a pylon like Whitney. Get off the bench, get on Kraken, and start stacking. Head to kraken.com/barstool. Disclaimer, not investment advice. Crypto trading invoices risk of loss and is offered to U.S. My stat is that this has to be the lowest amount of shots ever through 2 periods of a Dallas and Colorado game. And I would love the chat to tell me the stats of Colorado leading going into a 3rd period this year.
We will see you for the third period. Murray, you're a legend. Great read
Great
there.
read, Murr.
All right, boys.
Go Avs. Yo, yo, yo.
Doggy, what's up, doggy?
Some stats. I got some stats. Jazz, our stats guy, TNT. So these are official. Avalanche 31-1-2 in the regular season when leading after 2. Dallas was 30-20-2 when trailing after 2. But then I just saw Dallas has already come back twice on them in this series.
Yeah.
So,
and they're at home. Oh my God, guys.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Fuck. As I said it.
As you said the words.
Oh, please tell me Brock Nelson. Please tell me Brock Nelson.
No,
gets a tip
it's actually the guy that is known as the dog.
Oh,
who's a sicko. And I actually missed it.
I just missed it.
There it is. There it
Look
is.
Look at Landeskog, guys.
Wow, Murr. Did you just put that on? Okay, here it comes.
Had it on the whole game.
Oh, I don't know. Does this go short side? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he beat him under his blocker.
Maybe it's because it was.
I mean, they were down 3-2 in this series. I mean, yes, heading home, but
ooh, that's a weak one, boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it not short side?
That's short side, kind of like where the blocker's supposed to be. That's not good. That's not a good goal. That's a.
I'm seeing it now. Oh, he whiffed on it. He tried roofing it, I think, and kind of whiffed on it.
Wow.
The Stars got to bail Ottinger out. He's bailed them out all series.
Okay, so it was a delayed penalty, boys. Were you guys aware of that?
Yeah. I didn't. I wasn't until I saw the replay.
Oh,
that jumped on for it. Oh, snuck it in. Wow.
I don't know.
What
McKinnon, it's nightmare fuel. McKinnon hops off the bench on an extra man situation, gets the puck in front of you. You're like, oh, I'm a highlight now.
A few times when I was in Chicago during like Kane and Taves' heyday, I got hemmed out there against them a couple times. It was like I was embarrassed. Remember, I always tell the one about Pisey when he got caught out there tired against Datsuk. It was a horror show.
How long did it turn into like a 2-minute one?
It turned into him fucking dangling him, Pisey falling over, Pisey still chasing him using the back of the net once Pisey bites back over.
Pisey's still chasing him now.
He's still chasing him. It was
it ended with a goal.
I know, like
I think they gave them one. I think they gave them one because they deserved it, but they didn't score.
One of those ones where like a minute and a half cooking in the ozone, can't believe we didn't score, but just playing with the food. I was in the crowd sitting with my billet dad, who was my billet in Saginaw, and I was standing up like
clapping.
Like
good job.
Hey, the towel, NBA towel on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just is Dallas gonna get anything going?
This is great. Like as a Vegas shareholder, like I'm rooting for the Avs because I bet them tonight, but then it's probably gonna cost me my future. When they like mop up your Oilers without Ekholm and a backup goalie.
So I actually
Colorado's gonna dummy them.
Starting to know I'm gonna get annoyed with you this series, but. You do think it's like a quick series for Vegas too, right?
No.
Okay.
No. They looked horrible last series. I gotta believe.
During playoff time, we do tend to get a little snippier at each other. It gets competitive on this podcast.
Hey, it's the stressful time of year, Biz. Like it's where you can try to become a legend. It's
not a lot of sleep.
I agree. Like you might get your name on the cup with.
I'll say, like, for you,
we might be able to interview a player. We might
being a Red Sox fan, Biz. You're laughed at, and every year, every fan base like you'll never win shit. At some point, it will end. Now, will you still be doing this pod? Is this still is this when Biz is 87 on like the Raya Senior app, like the senior tour of Raya? Or is this when Biz is 41 and hosting Spittin' Chiclets? That's the question.
We only do 3 rounds, like on the senior tour. She's like, "Hey, let's go against you." I'm like, "Nah."
If you win the conference final, it's tough for you.
Yeah, no, this is it. This is it. Senior Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We don't do the Thursday round, sweetheart.
Everyone gets paid. No cut in this one, babe.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this to stay moving.
Jordan's not happy in the chat.
I'm just doing this to keep my sponsors.
Like Bonnie Blue. Come on, Jordan. Keep it clean. Keep it clean, Jordan.
No, I quit the Oilers for a month or two, and Biz has said some of the meanest things ever about some of the players in the Leafs, but he believes, and I'm an Oilers fan.
What are the meanest things I've ever said about players on the Leafs?
I believe number 16 was getting buried after last year's playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Well, but I've been very vocal about the fact that like my coach would come in with the laser pointer and be like, "What the fuck is this?" If I was doing shit that was happening.
Oh, I'm not saying that it's not you. It's like talking about something you never dealt with as a player, but it's like, hey, buddy, start playing or get out of here, kind of thing. I mean, it's
not
personal, but it's you. You were upset with his game after last year's first round. Can we go with that?
Right. Okay, but I don't know. Maybe the Oilers, you don't have a guy or guys who have kind of like went for.
No, our two guys just light it up. That's
Darnell Nurse gets tortured.
Darnell Nurse gets, but he's not, and he gets tortured because he makes 9.5. But he's not one of these superstar forwards that is making up the Leafs. Like it's different. Our two forwards are.
I don't feel like he ever held them hostage either. I feel like he had that big Canadian year when they had the Canadian division and. That's where the market was at, and it was unfortunate because, like, I don't think they would have had a hard time attracting guys because of Leon and McDavid, but it is harder to get free agents. Like, already some guys are like, "No, I'm not going to Canada," and then, "No, I'm not going to Edmonton." Like, nothing to do with the people, the city. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, but I think that's changed. I think it's changed a little bit.
You guys mentioned saying mean things, and lots of mean things were said last time we saw this guy on the golf course. So now it's time to bring in, and I think one of the creators of the Internet Invitational, Robbie Berger of Bob Does Sports.
Oh. Hey, fellas.
What's up? I got a bone to pick with you.
I got a bone to pick with you.
He had a bone with you. This is perfect timing.
Actually, I got one with you too, Whit.
Really?
But busy.
Yankees going after everybody these days.
No.
He's got to welcome me to the show.
Hey, welcome. Hey, welcome in. Hey, are you a member of Die Preserve? Take the hat off, you bitch. You live in Florida, and I see comments on Pat McAfee's feed about "Go Leafs, go" to Biz.
That's what I'm talking about.
You want to live in Florida anymore?
That's my guy.
And you're from New York. How are you a Leafs fan?
From Jersey. Worse.
No, well, every time Biz goes to hang up the phone, he just says "Go Leafs." So I just say, "Go Leafs."
Okay.
Yeah,
He actually hasn't watched an NHL game this year.
Yeah, no, I'm a terrible fan.
Okay, so if you had to pick either Toronto or Florida, who you picking there, Mr. Bob Does?
I would think out of respect to Yans, I'd be going Florida. I would. Full disclosure, Biz. Full disclosure.
Gentlemen.
Okay.
Now, if you're not living in the Southern Florida area, maybe it's a different answer. I think that's a smart business decision by you right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, Yans pulled I told you about that on the golf course with the Nantucket spot.
Well,
it's like, don't ask, don't offer. Yan said to me when we filmed, he's like, if you ever want to use my place in Nantucket, and that's like my favorite place in the world. And I hit him up and crickets. He gave me nothing, Busy.
I mean, there you go. All the more reason to root for Toronto.
What did I tell you on the course? What did I tell you on the course, Bob?
It was Easter Sunday. And Whit, I got a bone to pick with you. It was Easter Sunday. You texted me. You wouldn't know anything about it, Rob, but I don't answer my phone on Easter Sunday. And Whit, I got an issue to pick with you.
Okay,
maybe
bring it.
5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I would take this. But you told Robbie Berger, hey, anytime, Keith says we can go to the Grove and play. We always have a backup just in case. When was the last time I canceled on you?
That is what you said.
Keith,
When was the last time, Whit?
Keith, that happening once at all is enough reason to forever have a backup plan. I actually can't remember the last time.
Okay, I'm getting better.
Oh, well, that was leading me into on the course. I told Bob, Keith's not a great texter. He's actually gotten better, but he's still like on his way on the come up.
Yeah, I felt a lot better with that. And in fairness, I'm a terrible texter too, but it took a lot of balls for me to hold them up to that offer. Because a lot of times somebody throws an offer like that, you don't know if they're serious or not. And he stonewalled me.
Well, he's got a good rate on
the table.
He's got a good rate on it. I think it's what, $15K for the weekends?
30, but yeah.
30.
Well, Bob, if it makes you feel any better, I played a full year with the guy, and I never got that offer. So it's pretty good that you got that offer that quick.
We played together?
Yeah, your rookie year. Or it was your second year there. But I want to talk more about the Internet Invitational. Is that the correct word?
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
Are these three monkeys going to be part of it, or are they going to have to team up together? What's going on?
100%. You can't do it without them. They're the perfect chirpers for it. They're going to be they're perfect.
I want the behind the scenes. I was on the show when Dave originally wanted to do this or said he was going to do it. I'm like, there's no chance he gets this done. So take us when you came in and you guys all started talking and how it all came about. And maybe a little fill in on possible formats, because Dave was like, I don't know where we're at with the formats right now.
Yeah, Dave had brought the idea up to us because when he started talking about the tournament, I think it said in there that it was like 9 months ago. He had brought it up, and then Frankie had messaged me as well, and then he said, "Yeah, let's do this." Like, so he called us on and wanted to see what he wanted to do. But everybody talked about doing one of those tournaments because they hit so well. But in fairness to Dave, I think Dave's really the only guy that was really able to go make it happen. So I really believed he could make it happen. So yeah,
sold a horse to pay for it.
What's that? Well, that
sold the horse to pay for it.
Doesn't hurt.
Do we have sponsors yet? Like, have they announced anything other than like it's $1 million event and what it's called?
Yeah, so even like the format, it is Internet Invitational, and then the format we're still tweaking. I think the thing that I could say is it's going to be team style, like the Creator Classic that they put on, which was really good. We do want a little bit more of a team style, so that with the camaraderie, with the chirping, so tweaking out format, but would like to make it more team based.
So who are the captains? Have we decided that?
Haven't decided that. I mean, the brand, there's already sponsors that I think they've already on board with and are coming on, but I really do. I honestly think this is going to be the biggest thing. Like the views that are going to be on this thing with the roster that's being put together, like it's going to be incredible.
Are you allowed to say a few names? Like, I'm not a huge golf guy on the internet, but like what are some names you're allowed to mention outside of the ones that have been?
Yeah, I can't go too. I mean, the ones that are like obviously, of course.
This is like a ref after the game, guys. If we had refs do interviews, like
just say FP. Just say FP. He'll
no,
be like,
I mean the obvious ones though. You guys, FP, us, the foreplay guys as well. It's the ones that are going to come after it. That a lot of names that I think people would expect, but a lot of like YouTube golf based.
Paige.
What's that?
Paige.
Would love to have her.
Same.
I mean, Biz, I'm giving that. I want to give a lot. I do think it's going to be the biggest thing. I think it's going to be massive.
Have you reached out to Paige yet?
Oh, I would love to have her on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
To bring her on.
It's August 16th to 18th or something out in Ozarks.
12th to 16th, I think. Did Dallas get one? Bob, do we even have the game on?
Yeah, no, I do. I took Dallas when they went down 2.
Oh, Rantanen.
Yeah.
Guy,
Yep.
He called him out.
No way.
Rantanen.
That was a sick cutback. Then he went bar down, I think.
I don't know what it hit, but it just looked like it trickled in.
Maybe it hit backward.
Oh, Jesus.
Great Hey, how about that? How about that pick from Steele on the zone entry? That little pick, just to buy him enough time on that cutback. Watch it again. Beautiful pick. Beautiful pick.
Yeah, technically interference. No,
I mean,
he like bumps into Lindgren.
McKinnon did the same thing in game one when he net drove on Lyubushkin when that crazy goal went in from Lehkonen that ended up getting kicked in. It's like it's a drive play. It's kind of
like it's my ice. It's my ice.
My ice.
Bob, I guess I got a bone to pick with you too because we played a wonderful round of golf. You hosted. I appreciate it. You don't even mention the internet invitational news gets dropped like 12 hours later. Like we were playing golf together.
You know what, Whit, to be honest with you, that was
not crazy, guys.
No, I get where you're coming from. But you know what? In all honesty, I didn't know if Dave had told you or not. I didn't know if we could say anything. So it was bothering me because I wanted to pick your brain.
And you didn't want to jinx it. You wasn't across the finish line yet, right?
Yeah,
I'm giving him answers, Biz.
It was just about done, but not announced. So I didn't know how much Dave had told you. So that was bothering me though, because I did want to talk about that with you.
I'm busting your balls. I was actually fired up to hear it finally go down. Now, I can't wait to get to the Ozarks. August in the Ozarks. I mean, that's you're in one there. I mean, we're going to be crushing body armor. But I think it's going to be amazing. And considering you do this, oh my God, I thought Harley just scored. You know what's going to be big or not in the YouTube golf world. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's cool, and I appreciate it. Yeah, when I called the people, I went going down the list and calling people of all the names that we had suggested. The craziest thing is, till this day, we haven't gotten one no yet. So with the amount of people that you're going to have, every spot is going to be awesome. I am so fired up for it. I really am.
Yeah, I loved when you were talking to Dave about it, Whit, and he kept telling you, no, well, in the high level meetings. I'm like, I thought you
and
started
Bob are the high level.
How are you not in those, Whit?
That I couldn't even get word from one of the goddamn creators of it playing 18 holes, 4 hours, 10 minutes together.
Hey, and a quick question. Was that a video you guys took on the course when you had no shoes on and you were hitting from the water, Whit?
You see that thing on ESPN?
It was on ESPN.
Did it make this Biz, I'll tell you.
McAfee put it on.
Baby gators. I'm talking, I want to say, I don't know, 16-inch baby gators, maybe even smaller. And I'm like, where's the mom? And the caddy's like, she's over there across the thing. So I stepped in quick and hit it. But there was a panic in my heart for a couple seconds.
It was an unbelievable shot. Have you guys noticed with Whit when he golfs, like he stands over the ball and he'll do that shimmy?
Wiggle. It's a sexy wiggle.
It is, but he can't pull the trigger.
So Bob, it's never been this bad.
You think I'm that bad? Am I really?
Hey, Bob, I think you're bad based on your reaction to Keith bringing you up right there.
Well,
I think you're bad.
No,
what are you trying to say? The setup's too long?
Yeah, you're standing over the ball for too long.
Oh, shut the fuck up. If you're hitting him as good as Whit every time, I don't care if he fucking takes a minute. I'm hitting 2 swings later, but I'm chasing my ball around the whole match.
I got a wiggle, but I thought Whit's got a long wiggle.
No. I'll say right now, it's like 6 seconds too long. Like get up and hit the ball. Like I'm standing over for too long. This is something I'm well aware of. But Bob, Keith makes a good point. You're not exactly like Lee Trevino stepping up 7 seconds after he tees it up and hitting the green.
No. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm fast. I just think that I don't think you could notice the wiggle the way you wiggle over it. And that first video, you were in the bunker. It was like 10 seconds before you pulled.
I'm not gay, but I'm saying it's a sexy fucking wiggle, Whit. I would not be insecure about it. It's a way sexier approach than whatever you got going on, Bob.
Yeah, hey, look, if I could have Whit's game,
we can't 3-on-1 him. He's by himself right now.
He's by himself. He needs Cold Cuts or FP with him right now.
I'm not going to deny. Whit's got a great game.
Cold Cuts messaged me. We're going to do something. We're going to film something during the Stanley Cup final together.
Yeah, he had told me about that.
Well, he said he'll work to where it is. Hopefully, Toronto. I'll have to pull the text up.
Can you give a teaser on what this would be about? Like what you got? Is it a content piece?
I'd have to read the text again, but he's basically like, let's golf around together. Hey, Biz, what's up? It's Joey Colcuts from Bob Does Sports. I know who you are. I know who you are.
He just played 36 with you.
Although, respect him making sure he drills that down to remind.
Well, he knows you don't know who he is.
No, I do. Well, no, it was Whit who was calling him fucking the hot dog guy.
I was calling him Joey Chestnuts.
Yeah.
Hey, he's an employee.
If you do a sandbagger or any YouTube golf video with somebody, though, and then you're texting them after, like, hey, Ryan Whitney spitting chiclets. Like, buddy, like, I don't need the brand name. I remember you.
While you guys are talking there, I got to tell you, it's a Pink Whitney power play coming up. And then, Bob, not two-part question. One, did you ever imagine you were going to drink that much Pink Whitney with these guys? And number two, did you think you were going to get chirped like you did during those two sandbaggers that I got to witness as a fan?
The chirping, yeah, because I was a fan of the show. Like, people would always ask if I could have one collab. I would say them every single time. So I knew the chirping. The Pink Whitney's great because it just goes down smooth and it just gets away from you. The scary thing is, if we get Biz when he's drinking, how much we drank, oh my God.
I'll be snorting coke off of Fatty Perez's horn if that happens. Once I get to the Pink Whitney's, buddy, I go off the rails.
Oh man, it really was a fucking blast.
Hey, I want to do something on a resort or go do like a bunch of different type of matches. And if it's in the off season, I promise you I'll booze. Like, we just have to hit the gap of the off season.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I really want to do the Ryder Cup style. I think would be with like behind the scenes stuff, us at breakfast and stuff. And it's a whole Ryder Cup weekend.
Would there be the possibility of adding like one guy to each team? Like
sure.
One more?
Who do you got in mind?
I didn't really have anyone. I was just thinking like more of like 4 and 4, like Merles. That's the thing. We got Hazy. We got Merles. Hey, maybe
Merles is the perfect caddy Pink Whitney guy. He doesn't want to play golf. He just wants to hang out and have drinks.
Merles, what's your hand?
I can putt. Pull me in for the scramble. I can putt.
You can putt.
Bring him in. Bring him in. I liked your guy with Mikey Hospitality. He was unbelievable.
Yeah. Shawzy, Keith.
What a great guy.
Mikey Hospitality.
The guy's got a restaurant in every city. It's
neighborhood.
Yeah, hey, what a guy.
Boys, Dallas is in trouble here. Dallas is in trouble.
Robbie, I played golf with Shawzy yesterday. Mikey Hospitality. We're walking down the 7th hole to the green. Guys walking up the 8th fairway. He goes, do I have to call you Mikey Hospitality now? I'm like, fuck, Bob does this.
Whoa, what's going on here?
You do something in golf. People are seeing it.
Bob, I got a question for you for the Internet Invitational. Are you looking more for better golfers or better, characters?
Definitely characters for sure. We want the right amount of characters, but I think it's like with the way we're doing the pairings on things, the talk is to like tier different golfers. So we'll kind of be handicapped. So you get your good golfers like that everybody knows, but also the bad, but I think we'll be able to make it work out.
Yeah, I was wrong, boys. I thought it was going to be Dallas going there and it was going to be 5-on-3. Makar in the box. Did you see him break the twig?
I saw a Colorado player injured. Who was on the ground?
That was Natchez again. But he was just banged up. I thought that's where the call was going, but it was Makar who blew his stick and then he got a trip.
I thought he clean poke checked that with his foot. So they called the trip on Makar?
Yeah, I thought that was a little soft too, but hey, 4-on-4, whatever. Let the players solve it. We're under 10, boys. 2-1 game.
Not a Pink Whitney power play yet. We got 4-on-4 for 47 seconds, but there will be a Pink Whitney power play for the Stars when that ends.
Hey, thinking of Game 7s, not to make it about the Oilers, but is Pasha even on here? But we were sitting together during Panthers-Oilers Game 7, and I'd seen a tweet that morning that had said the average time of the game when the game-winning goal is scored in a Game 7, it might have just been Cup Finals, was 5 minutes into the second period.
I thought it was with 5 minutes left in the second.
Maybe it was 5 minutes left. But either way, I was telling Pasha the tweet, and Florida scored with like 5:02 left. And that was it. That was the game.
What? When did McKinnon score 2?
It was it the third? No, it was the second, right? Oh, it was 2-0.
He scored right away in the third. It was 1-0 coming in the third.
Yeah,
First minute, 19-19 or something.
Similar
Bob, I know
time
you're
frame.
not the biggest hockey fan, but either past or present, if you could collab with any hockey player, who would it be?
I think Gretzky, with how much he golfs, like we see him out there all the time. Gretzky would definitely be up there for sure. By the way, I took the Stars when they were down 2-0.
Oh,
don't tell me that.
oh my God! Oh my God!
Wait, who scored?
No
way he does
my
it.
God!
No, we can't. We don't need overtime.
Oh my God, Rantanen.
Dude, he was
What a
full
brutal
blown
bounce.
behind the net.
You guys, how about this guy's been kind of like talked about all year, disappointment, and he shows up like this?
Bro, you saw the look in his eyes after the first one, and he was like, let's go. Let's go.
As soon as
Watch
Bob
him.
said that he took them when they were down, they fucking let's go, Bob.
Bob, did you see that goal go in before you said you took Dallas?
Should I hedge that? No, I'm on a big delay.
Dude, Gerard.
I took Dallas when they were down 2-0. So do I hedge that now?
No, we're good. We're tied, bro. We're tied.
Boys, fuck
Hey,
it. That's
don't you think
crazy.
this, Gerard kind of let up skating back to that far post.
I know. Did you see it hit his skate? Like Blackwood was still looking the other way.
I know, but near the hash marks, he kind of
right here. You got to come with. Yeah, he's got to come to the post. Like you got to protect the post.
Oh, I didn't see him stop up. Jesus Christ. This is
9 points in his last 3 games, guys.
That's kind of no. He kind of was there. Oh, pulled his stick.
Wow, buddy.
Keep your stick down. I think. Yeah, he
Merle,
went to
that's
swipe it
huge.
instead of just protecting.
Merle,
I
did
told
you
G
take the
this is
jersey
going to
off
4
or do you keep it on?
overtimes.
I think I changed the hat. I gotta
No
go
hat?
all in. I gotta go all in, Avs. All in.
Holy
I knew it. I knew this would be OT. I knew it.
You're saying I shouldn't hedge, ride it out?
No, you got to ride it at this point. You're
Ride
tied
it.
up. Well, I mean, what were the odds when they were down 0-2? They had to be
plus 1,400.
Oh my God, buddy, you're hedge out. I think you
That's what I'm saying.
This
He was
thing.
saying don't hedge.
No, they want you to hedge right now. You got a 50-50 chance. At
Rantanen is going to score in
1,400.
overtime for a hat trick.
Ask Merles whatever he says, do the opposite.
I'm hot right now. Hey, I'm hot right now.
Plus 1,400, 100 to 1,400. It's a nice payday.
Yeah, that's actually Merle. So your future, your biggest future is Vegas. 18 grand that would be.
1,000 to win 18. I can't like right now. I could just put 1,000 on Edmonton and I break even, and then it's worth 17,000. I could just keep doing that the whole way.
That's not a bad idea. Like at least you covered. At least you're putting a chip in your pocket at the at the table.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're like, all right, this is done.
Yeah, but I don't know if Ekholm was in Edmonton and if Skinner was playing like he was last year. Pickard's giving up. He's giving up 4 goals a game. Yeah, they're scoring 6, but
I mean, guys, he could just
Vegas.
He could. I think you just throw the 1,000.
Bob's trying to find the hockey game right now.
Yeah. Vegas D.
Bob's
Vegas
watching
D.
his own YouTubes. He's like, "Oh, this episode was great. I was so funny in this one."
I got to get those extra views, Bob. I like it. You know,
How about
get them up there.
Cutsy? Hey, Biz, Joey Coldcuts here from Bob Does Sports. He just played 36.
You know another
buddy.
Joey Cold Cuts
Hey, Joe,
from
you have
somewhere
a
else?
kid on the way.
Yeah. Boys, this
Hey,
is
Joey Colcuts from 4 Seasons in 2018.
What an idiot.
What an asshole.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
I can't believe this. I tend to think that home ice, they might win this thing in regulation. I think last time I said this, the other team scored. I think I said it about Edmonton in game 1, and then LA immediately scored after they tied it up. But I'm not dying for overtime right now.
Definitely not dying for overtime.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
I remember the first time I ever worked on TV was TSN asked me to come up while I was still playing on the Oilers.
I did that too.
And yeah, it was awesome. And Bob
was fun.
McKenzie was there that night, and Gino Retta, And I mentioned we were watching a late game. I know Vancouver was playing. They might have been playing Dallas. And I said, oh, it'd be sick if there was overtime. Bob McKenzie looked over. He's like, what? He's like, you shut your mouth right now.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't say that at the
the
studio.
funniest guy in the world, but I had no idea. Like, no, buddy. I want to go home, kid. I've been doing this for 25 years. We could be here till 3 a.m. if this goes 5 OTs. You shut your mouth right now. And I've always known since.
You know what?
Never looking for overtime on the late game biz at TNT.
Oh, Bobby, I just got a French onion soup. I could see you being a big French onion soup guy. No?
Yeah, I love it. You got to be doing a lot of room service now. No, biz.
Yeah.
You okay with that or no?
I like to be home. I like my Houstons.
You know, Witt said that was true on the course when you're absolutely right. For Houston's not to do a burger by your name or the salad, like the Biz salad is crazy, Biz.
A busy burger would be kind of sick.
Busy burger
it's the biggest no-brainer of all time.
How about a busy bathroom?
So I was actually thinking like maybe down the road doing like a burger joint throughout Canada, like a chain, like doing like a
busy burgers.
But like doing
Merle's has been saying that.
What's that?
Merle's has been saying he was going to do that.
I've been telling you to do that for a while.
Did you?
Yeah, with a poutine and a burger.
He said that to you originally on his first trip to Philly when he called the draw against the Capitals.
Hey, on that first, I said Biz is going to be the next Don Cherry of hockey in that interview. Go back and look at it. Is he not the biggest character on TV now for hockey?
No.
Yep.
Well, who's a bigger character than you? You threw a parade with confetti after the Leafs won the first round.
You had a press conference on national TV for the late Maple Leafs.
Hey, get the delivery guy in there, busy.
Hey, do you want? Hey, who do you think? Come on, what's your name, sir?
Doodoo.
Yeah.
Doodoo.
Oh, he's the best.
That's our guy. That's our guy. Can you say hi?
We need his pick. Dallas, Colorado.
Okay, so
Doodoo.
So what team do you think is going to win? The white team or the green team? Do you know anything about hockey?
I love it. I know you do.
He loves it, dude. Biz, he
knows who you are, Biz.
I know you do.
I know you do that. You fought all like in a hockey man when they stop fighting. I ain't messing with you though. I love it.
I would never fight you.
But I love to fight though. When they
fight each other. Fight each other right now.
That's my fault. We're a pillow fight.
I'll add an extra million to the Internet Classic if you guys fight right now.
I go for the blue.
The blue.
Dallas going on a Pink Whitney power play right now.
Oh, he says he's going for the blue as in the Leafs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. I didn't even say anything to him.
The Leafs are doo-doo. The Leafs are doo-doo.
Oh, come on.
Hey, that's bad doo-doo.
That's bad.
Hey, I know. He's an asshole. Hey, the green or the white tonight, though?
Are we calling that? Are we really calling that in Game 7?
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby.
You said don't hedge it.
What just
Don't
happened?
let me down, Jans.
Bullshit call, and now obviously Dallas.
Oh, Wyatt Johnson!
Hey, stay in the room. Stay in the room, doo-doo.
Wyatt Johnson!
In the room.
Does Doo-Doo have to stay for the rest of the game?
Yeah,
hey,
guys, take a bite of the burger. Take a bite of the burger.
Wyatt Johnson and my guy before the game, Jack Drury, coming out of the box.
Yandy, baby, little boy. Look at you, Yandel. What a hole.
Wyatt Johnson. Hey, Bob,
Hey,
you wanted
Blackwood's gonna stick. Blackwood's gonna tip that.
What a fucking hole, Yandy. I don't know, Biz. That's on the D.
Buddy, but it's the pass.
Biz, if you put your stick out like that, it hits your stick and goes in. I think Hank would say the same
What a
thing.
hole, Yandy.
You gotta read
What
it.
a boy.
What a
I would
bullshit
have had
call.
Jans.
Merles, I didn't even see the call. What was the
It was
penalty?
bullshit call.
It was brutal.
No
Not
way. They made a bad
Oh,
call.
the stick goalie's got to have his stick out. Yes.
But Merles, it would deflect. It would deflect in.
No,
Buddy,
now you tip it up. You have the right angle. It tips out.
You gotta
What
read
if he
it.
shoots it? What if he shoots it from there?
Martin
There's
Brodeur would have tipped.
Yeah,
Martin Brodeur would have
Well,
tipped
he's
it.
the best puck playing goalie of all time. That's not a fair pick.
Biz, is the only thing you ordered the French onion soup?
No, I got 2 chickens too.
Is he using a knife?
Some
it's-
freshly
it was,
squeezed
it was-
orange juice too.
He'll pour the soup right in his mouth. Sometimes I've been with him.
What a fascinating
Bring
guy.
Doo-Doo back.
Oh,
Bring
no,
Doo-Doo
no.
back.
Eating with him is like going back in time to
When they didn't have
Please.
silverware.
Oh,
yeah. Yans will criticize the way I breathe. He's just one of those buddies that like I could literally be sitting there in silence and it would annoy him.
Jed always does, like, he'll do Yandel impressions just randomly. We'll be out to dinner and he'll just start doing a Yandel impression. And last time I spit out my soda, I was cracking he does it out of the blue.
What was the impression?
Well, now you have to do one, so you're on the spot to try to do the Yans impression.
Yeah, he does when Yans was like, he's like, how bad does Cold Cuts want Bangarang Rufio to stick around? You know, like he'll start. He goes, what a piece of trash!
What a piece of trash!
He says that all. What a piece of trash!
Hey, how about him? How about him cutting the Rufio, and now it's just Bangarang.
Yeah, because of that.
Boys,
you basically bullied him on a
last
Rufio.
3 minutes here. Last 3 minutes, we're gonna see a push. But
how does the board keep winning these game sevens?
Dallas,
the coach is he's 9-0 now.
Indestructible.
Don't try to mush them,
Murr's putting the ultimate Murley mush on this right now. I know the way he speaks around the end of games.
My Vegas future, though.
He's changed his hat 7 times.
Boys.
They only have 18 shots. Like, Colorado's played a hell of a game. They've given up 18.
Was there ever a doubt? Was there ever a doubt? You tell me they weren't going to make a push in the third? Come on.
What a hold, Yans. What a
I got to rewatch that.
Not over, Bob.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, I got to see it again. I think it was brutal for game 7.
What happened? What was the play like?
It was like off a draw. Drury got tied up with a guy and they fell to the ground off the draw with the center. I think
after a face-off.
Yeah, I think I got to rewatch it. Oh no, I'm so far behind you guys though.
Me too. I am way behind.
I'm at a minute 30.
Yeah, I'm
46.
What are you, Biz and Keith?
112.
I might go offline here. I might go offline.
I'm at 108.
I'm taking my earphone out. I'm only talking to myself for the next minute. Sorry, I'm out.
Everybody fucking dial in. Let's go. Playoffs.
Bob, this is where if you're a player, they call your number to go over the boards. You're blocking a shot with your face. It's game 7. They know guys like you have money on the line. It's time to go. It's like you making a putt on 18.
Is there a timeout called here, boys?
Really nice hands. Really nice.
I'm looking for her jugs. Where are her? Oh, there they are. Oh,
is there a timeout called?
She's standing up.
Look at Naz. Naz looks great.
Yeah,
Bob, this is where you need a good face-off guy to come in. You know your guy's going to snap it back. You get it out of the zone. You milk at least 20 seconds here.
You talking me home, Jens. Talk me home.
And you even ice it now. Like, all right, just it around. Maybe it'll hit him.
You guys think Naz is up for a coaching job? Maybe
he has to be. I think. Although, how long did he last in Jersey?
He was probably there for 4 years.
What was he? Just the intern there? The end of the
year and a half.
Did he get the head job?
I thought he had the head job there. No, maybe he never did.
Intern.
Hey, he was a character, right?
He's the best guy.
Leader.
He's
the
best veteran leader.
Yeah.
Keith, he got called up for his first NHL game. I think his first NHL game, and it was. He felt old then, but now he was probably, 33. And it was in Montreal where he's from. And he had tears in his eyes. I'll never forget it on the bench with him. And then being in the minors, he was a leader animal. He'd fight defensive defenseman that just everyone loved in the room. It's not a surprise he's a coach now. He was the man.
A good veteran that he let the young guys be young guys, but when you were out of line, he would say something like, hey, shut the fuck up. And you were like, oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm going offline.
Why is he going offline?
Because he doesn't want to, because he's so far behind. He doesn't want to know if anything
Biz,
happens.
what else did you get to eat beside the French onion?
Couple chickens.
Just a grilled chicken breast.
So another thing about him, Bob, he's a 2 entree guy minimum. Like he's a salad, he's a couple appies, 2 entrees. Like he crushes food.
And you do a big lunch, busy.
Yeah, like my sleeping patterns have been off though. I like really slept in today. Like I got a good 10 hours. And then
that's a week for me.
What a fascinating guy, man.
Well, I know, but I drink a coffee before I go when I get to studio. So then the game goes till 11. I can't get to bed till like 2:30 in the morning, right? Because I'm all amped up. So
for the Edmonton games, the coffee I'm buzzing after, especially
I need to fucking I need to take Ambien after, but I don't take anything, right?
Oh my God.
Big draw here, Bob. Big draw.
What a fucking hold, Jans. I would have hedged 7 days a week. What a fucking hold.
You mother.
What was the payout for the hedge? Like
they were offering like $550.
Oh, dude. Why would you?
Wow, boys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's crazy that Colorado lost in the first round.
Haven't seen the
Buddy, they're done.
That is crazy.
Rottenen's revenge.
How about the -1.5 betters?
Boom.
I mean,
what a fucking hold, Andy. What a fucking hold, Andy.
I'm gonna turn your guys' volume down.
We just boy. Baby, yeah. Good for you, pal. That's amazing.
Good for us. I call that hat trick. He's the biggest empty net sniff too. He used to do it for the Avs all the time.
Look at there.
Should play in Toronto.
Tapping off.
Can you believe
entire series hat trick?
Just got a hat trick in the third period.
A lot of bullshit in the last couple months
to beat his
old
team
because you weren't playing by the Colorado Avalanche's rules, and you just bent them over. No spit. No.
Is he on a FaceTime?
To Colorado.
Incredible
turnaround from the beginning of the season with
all
the trades and everything changed up. But holy shit, 2-0 lead going into the third period. Couldn't seal the deal. Wow. Dallas, Pete DeBoer, congratulations. No Miro Heiskanen, no Jason Robertson.
Can we mute him?
I know.
Raw fucking Vol. Look at Ron.
Yo, he is like
Hey, Paul Bissonnette from Spittin' Chiclets.
That was amazing. It's like, I'm gonna do a video and talk so loud, and none of you guys will be able to speak for the time I filmed this video. Like he could have done that speech to this stream, and then they would clip it, and he could put that out.
He is a fascinating.
That was a crazy biz move.
Wow.
How about that third period? What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. We were talking.
It was over.
We go, oh, Dallas has got nothing.
Dallas, Florida finals. Oh my God.
Boys, honestly, like anybody still listening to the Dallas Stars organization?
Guys, just checking in here. Gonna do a so you know.
What was that? Oh, you guys could hear that whole thing?
Oh, we had to go silent. We had to go silent while you did it.
Oh, I thought I pushed the thing on my mic. I thought that meant mine muted. Sorry, boys.
Hey, Biz.
That was.
Were you gonna pump up Dallas for no Heiskanen and no Robertson and still?
Buddy, are you kidding me? That is a fucking gutsy effort. I'd written them off 2-3 times in this series. I think we all did after we saw Game 4. We're like, oh, okay, no Heiskanen. This is nuts. Wow.
You know what changed the game?
Bob
Robert Berger coming
on.
Robert, what do you say?
First win against us.
No, I took Dallas.
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna go second
for Bob.
I'll be honest with you, Whit. I really do believe if we do a series of 4, even with you guys up 2, I really do still believe we're the better team, and I mean that.
This is crazy. 3 goals, 1 assist for Anthony.
I think it's a very even, fair matchup. I think unless Joey can kind of buckle down and really be able to deal with some true heat coming from his competitors, you guys could be in one. Now, also, I think Fat Perez, that was like his C game. He's that good, but it was a bit B game, say. If Fat Perez is playing his A game, it makes it very difficult.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think I from what I remember, I don't think he played his best, but I do think
You played great.
You were phenomenal the first game.
Yeah, we need Perez. If Perez is the one playing great, it's a different type, of great. But that the Ryder Cup weekend, wherever you guys want to do it, it has to happen. And think about the stuff just behind the scenes of us at dinner. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what a game. Robbie, thank you so much for coming on, dude. Unreal time with you. And I appreciate last week. It was a great thing to see you play some golf. To the Dallas Stars fans watching, congratulations. Incredible series. I can't believe the Colorado Avalanche are done. Like, first round. We knew one of these teams was going home, but the Avs, man, I thought they had a legit chance this year. So shout out to Kraken. Murr, do you have a read or do you need to do that?
No, that was it. Kraken, dude.
Right.
If you want to do cryptos, if you need stuff, cryptos, go to Kraken. No nonsense. The best thing on the interweb. Kraken.
And shout out Pink Whitney and shout out Bob Does Sports.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Tell Biz
Have a
G
day.
said great job, Biz. I don't know where he went.
Let's go Vegas. It's all Vegas
Stars.
now. Get this
Stars
jersey
win.
off
Thanks,
of me.
boys.
This
Stars
team was
win.
This team was frauds too.